Real Talk is Cheap, Season 9, Episode 3.
What a difference a week makes in the
It does make a lot of difference.
365 days of Deramus, mate.
For fuck's sake, it's like out of control. When you said that to me last year, I thought it was a cool term, and I mean, I've said this a few times already. We're 7 months into the Teramus, and you delivered. You delivered, man.
Yeah, it'll keep delivering.
It fucking delivers.
That's it.
It's crazy.
Every day another level of terror, mate.
Yeah. And just like radicalness, like it's just wild. Like just this whole upside downness. Like, I don't know if you're aware, like, as I said, unfortunately, I did well this week, viewers. I didn't do much Instagram, very little.
He tried his best, that's right. Yeah.
Well, I did pretty well.
Succeeded.
Yeah. Maybe I like looked at one thing a day or something, little one post, just the top of the post, and then was like, that's enough, I can't look anymore.
Success is only measured by the lessening of failure.
Yes. But so today I had not much to do. I'm on the train back, and I flicked a bit, unfortunately. I should have just watched some anime. But I saw some things. One was, I don't know if you saw this, Iran has like crowdfunded.
Oh, the 40 million.
40 mil.
Shit, yeah, man. Everyone get their sniper rifles. Come on. 40 mil up for grabs.
Like... You know
how it's normally crowdfunding to keep someone alive?
I know, right?
It's the opposite of that.
This is the opposite kind of crowdfunding.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's funnily enough. Like, I think that this kind of crowdfunding also keeps people alive.
Yeah.
You know.
True.
You could end one and save many.
Correct.
You know, there's a great return on investment there. You know, like, one human blob for a few other, and a whole bunch of human blobs can survive. And America isn't short of politicians and rapists and so forth, but they are short of workers.
There's plenty, mate. Plenty to choose from.
To choose from, but they are short of workers. So, you know, you probably want to take out one of those so you can have more workers, because you're short on them.
That's right. Yeah.
I wondered, like, if I could contact Iran and say, hey, could you run one just like the child rapists in America as well? Just name a bunch of them, and they got all bounties on their heads, and then they actually
just get the list, mate. Get the hackers in there, get the list.
That would be. Everyone says that.
Yeah.
And if I was Epstein and all that, like, I wouldn't have it on. Why would I have it on online on a computer? That would be insane. Like, that's serious business. You have that.
I don't think he would have actually had it online for people to view or to on his Google
it wasn't on the
account.
shared file.
I'm pretty sure it's not on his shared Google account, right? With the Mossad and all the rest of them. He wouldn't keep that unless there'd be some sort of Signal channel or something like that, using Signal or some other non-hackable.
There are no non-hackables.
As an example, so
but there are no non-hackables.
Of course, yeah, everything's hackable.
So you'd have that kind of thing, like you're air-gapped from the internet. You know, at the least, it would be air-gapped, like cracks, a disseminator. So I have a bit of mix. So I don't know. That was but that'd be fun.
That's interesting.
Because I think because you see,
wasn't it already out? Like, didn't they already have one? This is what I'm like.
What a 40 mil?
Well, I think it was less. It was about 20 mil or something.
Oh, so they're up the ante.
They're up the ante.
I don't want to say. I don't actually know if it's related to his role with Epstein, but I think like the thing about taking out 40 mil to do a hit on Trump, right, is that he's pretty well protected.
Oh, damn! And he's got all the SS as they call them.
SS.
Well, Secret Service is not the
lightning strikes. Lightning strikes twice. Always.
And right on the forehead.
But if you took out a 5 million on, say, if Iran, not you, if Iran took out, like, they did a crowdfunding from people we don't know and got 5 mil for Tom Hanks.
I don't think I could get that money from the bank personally. No, if I was going in there for a loan and saying, hey, look, I need 5 mil, and they're like, what's the purpose of the loan? I'm pretty sure they wouldn't give it to me unless it was someone they didn't like. You know what I mean? They'd probably be like, oh, look, we might do this off the books. We're going to just give you some grey money or some black money, but we definitely don't want this one on the books.
No. But I think the cool bit is, right, because you could probably have a much lower amount, like 5 mil. Still enough that you're keen. And I think you want to also be like, if Iran was offering like 5 mil and like safe house, like safety.
That's it, a bit of protection.
And then, like if you just took it out, if they put that out there for like all of, the alleged Tom Hanks, all the people. So they're all listed, and you can get any one of them and get the 5 mil. Those people.
I think they should just do Wheel of Pedophile and they just spin it. And then this week it falls, it falls on this head. So all the Luigis just come out of the network and just go for it. See who can get the 5 mil, mate. Split it up.
It's like Hunger Games.
Turn it into a game.
That's it.
Yeah, game it.
You got to make the ROI on being a pedophile not good enough.
Yeah, true.
That's basically it. Like, look, maybe I'll just get a 23-year-old to shave. Just pretend. Whatever you need, like something. But
far more civilized and above board, of course.
It's fucking insane. And we've grown up in an environment where Iran was the evil. Like, they're actually literally called the axis of evil.
Yeah, I know.
And they're the ones defending American decency.
How the hell do we end up in this
we're ending up here
scenario?
Yeah, and I'm not really even sure what that has to do with like I can't assign that to 2030 or anything like that. It's just
no. I think that's just
it's not related.
I think it's just part of the bread and circus.
I think the bread and circus. Yeah,
bread and circus.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, like far out. I mean, because they just made a deal. Like, so maybe this is part of the deal. Maybe they're about to give safe haven to Trump.
Maybe. Special envoy.
Yeah, Trump goes and lives out the rest of his life in Iran, which doesn't have an extradition thing with them. So he made a deal with them. So now they're going to do that, and then he like quote unquote gets killed, and is just snuck out by Iranian military and just lives out. Lives out his life in like Iran.
Just like Jeffrey. Maybe that's where Jeffrey is.
Oh yeah,
Jeffrey could be there. He may not be, because the John Doe that we were looking at, it didn't look much like him. People have done like ear cross examinations and not matching up.
Yeah, I mean, that's an interesting one. I don't know.
They always do that, you get scientific.
Oh, the people in line get scientific to try and...
They get real scientific, yeah. Well, it's like, catching the Coldplay. They got scientific after that. The Coldplay action, the CEO and HR getting it on, Coldplay, MasterCard.
Was it Coldplay
$200
CEO?
for tickets. No, it wasn't Coldplay CEO.
So it's got nothing to do with Coldplay.
It's more about...
a concept. It's just a CEO and an HR exec at a concert. Yeah. Let's not defame Coldplay.
Busted. Yeah, of course.
I think that's the problem I'm having with this at the moment, is it's like... There's
dragging other people into the filth.
Yeah.
It wasn't their fault. They were just doing love cam, Big screen love cam.
Yeah. And I think like that they're not even, it's not like anything. They have no relationship to the situation.
No, other than being, the victims of someone else's bad effort.
Well, like not thinking it through properly. I don't know. Like, is it a problem? Who cares? What does it matter? Like, is it important?
Well, see, the thing is, I think the reason why it got so out of control was of the reaction that they did. Now, if they did nothing and just did a little wave at the camera or whatever, and then it shot off to the next person, there would have been nothing even spoken about it.
Yeah.
Would have got completely away with it. But because of the reaction, him going straight down to tie his shoelaces and her doing the old turning her back to the camera, it made it really obvious.
Yeah,
and that's what Chris said. Chris said, hey, either they're having an affair or something else is going on here. Why wouldn't you want to show your love on the love cam,
Yeah. Oh, so there was actually a special love cam.
Yeah, well, they were just taking pictures of the audience and putting them up on the big Corona in the middle of the stage.
Yeah, but was it for love cam? Like, or was it just...
Well, it was just for the audience, I guess, while they're doing the clips, get the
right,
people
that's
on
what I mean.
there.
Because sometimes, like, maybe there was a special song, like, lovers in the audience, we're coming around to see you. Like, was it actually about lovers, or it wasn't really about lovers?
Just taking pictures of everyone was excited, the concert.
People are labeling it.
They even had a couple in banana suits. They had the two bananas, B1 and B2 were there too.
Oh, cool. Oh, where? In America?
Yeah, big bananas, man.
They got bought out. Went to America, sold out. Fucking.
Well, I don't know if it was B1, B2, but someone dressed as B1, B2.
Well, B1 and B2 are people dressed as B1 and B2. So if they're people dressed as B1 and B2, surely that must be B2.
Well, they didn't have the same face. All right, they had the human face and the banana suit.
A banana suit. But did they have the blue and white stripes?
No, they didn't have pajamas on.
Oh, well, they're not.
Yeah, not the true B1, B2.
No, not B1, B2. No, not real. Fake news.
Fake news. Yeah, that's it. Brought to you by the great makers of propaganda. You better have a propaganda at it. Wordplay, mate. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Best be having a propaganda.
Yeah, best.
Yeah.
We went far out, like.
Where were we?
Yeah, let's have a little update of where we're up to.
Yeah. All right.
Okay,
so I have noticed you will hear that noise. Hear that noise that just took off, sounded like a jet taking off. That was the 3080 doing its. I'm getting hot.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I might end up going back to the 2080, I guess, because I need something that's quiet.
Would it? That's interesting. Hey, you can't. I wonder if you could buy something that like liquefies it, or like something that makes it like just give it a little Freon bath. You can't get Freon anymore. Sad but true. We wouldn't have an ozone hole. Wow, that's really.
It is loud, isn't it?
That's wild.
That's why they call it the blower. It's the blower, mate. So I don't know, a bit loud.
It's nice. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. That's how it is. That's cheap, mate.
We've got to deal with it. Yeah. Until I do the card swap out. Yeah.
I don't know. Like, do you really want a 2080 though? Like the 3080s.
It's nice. It's been really smooth in the games I've been playing. Like it's been very nice.
And it just can't. Your fans can't extract enough heat from it, or is it like?
It sits on about 7. It doesn't get any higher than that, but it likes to make a bit of noise. So,
So here's some of the topics we've got for tonight. Just to remind you while we're just getting ready into it. So we've got Ultra Prima Nocta.
That's it.
How open censorship of the body in toys. MS shuts down account because Trump.
That's a special request.
It's not education, but okay, so that's just like birth rates.
Yeah.
Evil intelligence, Grok. You're not human unless you're passing the blame, which sounds like something where we're going to be a little bit more into it, and we're kind of riffing and doing well there. Corrupting files for good.
always a
that's good. Anonymous state-sponsored nothings, stereo division. And mothers are the parents. It's a bit of a range tonight, a bit of an opportunity.
Quite a huge spectrum to go through, and I'm sure we'll get through it.
Well, if we don't, they just stay in the list, and we continue on as we feel.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. You should bring the list up so that you've got it there at least, and it's just in the season 9 folder.
Okay, hang on.
So you can we can both like
see
jump into the one we want.
Let me jump into it.
But a bit of gaming, I reckon, but just general chat and gaming. That was a little bit of a nibble that we just had at the beginning. Maybe two nibbles. I think. A nibble and a piece. And last night.
Okay, nights are up. Cool.
Last night I went down to Helensburgh to see a friend and watched a movie with him. It was cool. And so we're watching the Aliens series of movies, Alien series of movies. So we started watching them in the actual order, like not the sort of the screening order, but the chronological order. So we started with a week prior with Prometheus. And at the end of Prometheus, I must have missed maybe I was just, whatever, it was the end of the film, but it was the last thing to happen. I didn't remember the sort of alien popping out of the body. But I watched Alien Covenant last night.
Ah, yes, excellent movie.
Oh, excellent movie. I actually watched it again. There was a lot of talking. I'm not going to say that I wasn't talking, just saying there was just a lot of talking. And I think there was a few bits that I didn't necessarily miss, but I didn't give them the reverence required. You know what I mean? Like in my listenings. Waiting for Ariane Sinshu. Oh. Okay, I was in some kind of half mode there. But it was interesting, right? Because now watching them in that way, and just like it's interesting when you're in the future episodes and you're watching these. I'm just going to call them bioroids. They're not called bioroids in the series, like the androids or the robots. But to me, they're far more like a bioroid, like this, like not organic, but they're a kind of engineered organic life form, like semi-organic life form, like a bioroid. So I think that's an appropriate term. And but understanding the role now, and it's sort of like that's why I want to really go back and I want to look at, in particular, because I think that the character, the person that starts waiting me, the person who's playing the role, Fassbender or whatever his name is, I think all of like the things you got to look for are the expressions in the face. Like I think it's all about very subtle things. That's like where suddenly they've thought of something, like and how this, Pinocchio, this boy, is kind of being essentially raised, in a way, and it's like and I remember in the first, like they actually go to flashback and in Covenant, and he's like, so I'm your son, yes. So that did you? No, yes, I created you. Yeah, okay. So this is creating sort of which troop needs. Okay, what am I doing with this quadrine? I must be moving that back to base. Oh, what am I doing with that quadrine? And I think, and he kind of like thinks, it's interesting though, he thinks about it for a moment, and then he asks like, are you, who created you? And the age-old question, we don't know. It's interesting, and but I think like it seems unreasonable that we're a complete accident.
That's it.
And David's kind of looking at it, and there's even within that is kind of this unintentional setup where the creator created this like chain, and I think David was thinking about it, and it's like, okay, yeah, you experiment to try and make a great me, and that seems to be the path on the next evolution, and then when they go out in Prometheus together, and then they're like, and then David's all like, humans are created. They're bioroids too, just like me. Well, and so, and then he looks at the things and it's like, this is like the process of creation and destruction. And like where he kind of looked by not seeing, because he probably didn't have a lot of optics on the way that humans, maybe he did, I don't know, it's not shown, but maybe the character, like the bioroids, like that bioroid range didn't have full optics on how humans treated that, but like the creation process. But when he saw the engineers, as they're called,
and how they did it,
and how they wanted to kill off.
They had to sacrifice to create. That's right.
They had to sacrifice to create, and they also were happy to destroy a creation.
Oh, without even flinching, because it's theirs to destroy.
It's theirs to destroy. Yeah. And so you're like, okay. And I kind of think, I look at him kind of taking in that like information. It's like, okay, this is the natural process,
Yes.
And
the evolution of the species. That's
how we do it around here. And what am I doing with this ship? I don't really know. I see. I think I've just dropped off this satellite here. Maybe. Why would I bother to do that? I was going to let that one skip a turn. That'd be great. That was my last
I've got
ship.
to get a protector from my settler because the barbarians are still getting a bit antsy.
And so he kind of goes through this process there, and then and I think just on a really neutral level, like he sees that the alien creature coming out. He's like, okay, well, all right, well, we've got to destroy to create. So they were infected with that. That's the destruction to create process, and so he kind of supports it, And I was just trying to remember the thing. There's this particular word he said, something phrasing he says, and it was, oh wow, those barbarians nearly took me out.
We're definitely going to have to make a concerted effort to eliminate.
I got to get this little ship back to base so it can get repaired.
But yes, it's true that whole process of the learnings.
And he goes, it's very thoughtfully done. And it was just the look, like the end look in Covenant. And he goes into, he's now got, it was even before that. That's right. He's standing there, he's like, oh yes, and like, it was, it was, he doesn't really lie. He just kind of like frames things appropriately. He's like, we, and they say, he's like, how did you get here? We've got a colony ship. We've got like, how many on your colony ship? We've got like this many. And he's just like, and like in that point to him, like he's literally going, excellent. That's great. Like, that's more, that's a testing. Like it's so interesting like that. And I think like the way that the series was released is also pretty cool because we didn't know anything about that watching Aliens, etc. And like how were they made and what was that? And it seemed a bit suspicious and,
Well, you were given the preamble by the dead alien and the one that's in the the chair, and the chest bursted, and so you got the preamble for it. Or the primer, as they call it. Yeah.
Yeah, but you didn't know that humanity was the one that made its own demise?
Yeah.
I think that's what I mean. Like, it's like...
We had to build up to it, yeah.
Looks like I need an aqueduct. Looks like it's just going to have to be that way. 3 food. Well...
I've got a drought going on in one of my areas. Full drought. 4 squares it's just been. Drought affected. -2 food the next 4 turns.
Yeah, I've still got problems. I've got not enough housing. I've got problems all over the place. That's 13 turns. That'll get me up to... Can I build? Oh, no, I don't have enough money to purchase anything. Oh, I can purchase the lighthouse. And then I should build something else that offers more housing.
Maybe housing to all cities and what?
I'm just so unhappy.
Take that away.
I need more housing.
Something special there?
That's 16 turns, and that's less, so that's good. And I'll just have to take that out. I wish you could work out earlier than you need to. Like, maybe over time you can figure it out. Like, where you're going to put the aqueduct, you know? Like, so you don't have to waste resources building shit you're going to destroy. Damn, these cunts. I'm going to turn that off for a second. Oh, stop.
I think we're going to have to build some more knights. These guys are getting a little too feisty for my liking. So I'm going to knight up, send some knights out to smash a room.
Horseman, warrior. Oh, that warrior was like a last... it's a hangover, isn't he, from historical times. Probably should get rid of that, actually. That warrior. How much do warriors cost to maintain, actually? Is there anything, maybe?
Okay, I think that's everything I can do.
Oh, yeah, I think yes, I'm preparing a military force. Yeah, that's what they're doing.
We're going to do some walloping. Some serious walloping.
Builder. Strategic resource. No?
I wasn't getting, when we were playing this last time, when I was on Windows 10, before my upgrade to Windows 11, I wasn't getting this noise under Windows 10.
I mean, you've had the 3080 in there for a while.
Yes, for two episodes, and it didn't make a single noise. But now that I'm running Windows 11, hello, I might have to turn off all the glassy look, I think. The additional
have you got those situations?
The fanciness. The fanciness is causing the extra CPU, the extra GPU time, I think. Getting all fancy with the, Mac look. I might bring him back.
These, let's let it all roll.
It's waiting. Shut up.
It's my government situation at the moment. Production, 100% towards defensive. New maintenance by 1. Fighting barbarians +5. Yeah, that's all good. Ridley Scott came up with the... Was it like maybe... I'm pretty sure Ridley Scott actually came up with it. It's their own idea, Alien, isn't it? Like, it wasn't like... I mean, I'm sure they've had writers and shit help them with it.
Yeah. Flesh out the script. Yeah. Story.
But that is indicative that... I guess that's indicative that they actually knew... Like, he was planning that.
Yeah. Well, it would have been, a 5-part trilogy. So Aliens 1, 2, 3 is sort of like the ending. It's almost like the Star Wars effect.
Yeah.
Where they did the ending first and then they came back and did the beginning.
That way. Well, I wonder why he did that, though. I guess because it wouldn't have been interesting.
Yeah, the Aliens movies wouldn't have been as interesting without them.
You wouldn't have. Yeah.
If you'd already had the pre-knowledge, that's right. I guess it's just a technique.
Yeah, well, I mean, you do it in, to be fair, if I put a plantation in here, I'm going to get even more unhappy people. Sleepy. Horses. Ooh. Let's go up here a bit. Yeah, I'm kind of interested now to watch Alien, which is the next one, and sort of get, because he talks about in Covenant too about how he wants to, like, they're missing a queen, and it seems like his goal was to, like, I had this sense that he felt like it would need female, like that basically the thing goes into and what made the Alien particularly awesome is that the first generation actually went into the engineers. And then he took that one that was then, and then made them go into the humans. And so they got like even better traits, And I suspect that he kind of wanted this goal to have females sort of infected so that they would take on the traits of breeding. So he didn't, because at the moment, like, all of them, I think he's been breeding. And then he was so excited having a woman, like, he couldn't use the Dr. Shaw, it's a very subtle detail, but oh shit, you've got some musket men, crossbowmen.
Yeah, they're heading to my other city there, so.
Choose research, where was I up to? I'm way behind. Yeah, banking? Banking it is. Orders? Fishing?
Oh, that's on media sites here. Okay. Research.
It's weird when
gunpowder. Let's get some. Let's get some troops to the front lines.
Yeah, it's thin on the ground. The troop situation. We've got to sort it out.
Yeah, I'm going to start pumping out skirmishes, I think.
Yeah.
Get the friends happening.
But
yes, very true.
I don't know. Like,
They'd be hurting.
Like, it's interesting watching myself. It's interesting watching myself like in this week of Terramis, and it's all been around like a lot of to do with child sex stuff, and I've like really, you know, for obvious reasons, like because of my life experience, I've found that really not challenging, but like I don't know, America being a bunch of dicks around this and that, like slavery, whatever's fine. But then when we start to get to the rapings of children, I'm not fine. I'm really like I can't find funny. Like I can find humor.
Touches a nerve for your side.
Yeah, I can still have dark humor, right?
I get that. Yeah, I know, but it still touches a nerve. That's right.
Yeah, you know, like if you want to just like enslave people, like we're already basically slaves anyway. It's not much difference. At least to like, get food and shelter, you know.
Yeah.
But when we get to that level's a whole another dimension, and it does touch a nerve. And I did I just get we'll have to
Watch these little bushwhackers up here.
well, we'll have to deal with that then, won't we? I need to change of government, it seems. So I'm a monarchy.
But yes, it does touch a raw nerve for people who have been affected. So
10% gold in all cities with an established governor to 15% production towards districts. Just leave that for the moment.
I think from a lot of perspectives, it's you don't want someone else to experience it.
Yeah, that's nicely said.
You'd rather make it open and open it up for discussion rather than trying to hide it away, so that the ability to be befuddled is not there because you're giving them the truth.
Well, and with the thing is also reflecting on my own experience within that. And actually, and even like taking it way down, like a whole set of notches, like to my own experience with my own children, observing children. Like, and what happens is you can see a child like experiencing something of pain. Like let's say your parents break up and you're a young person. There's this feeling
Something
in you.
traumatic. That's right. Yeah.
You know, and but you don't actually know what the feeling. You've never felt this feeling. You barely. You have words. You're not like you do have words, but to communicate the sense of pain, the descriptive nature, like some kind of like excellent writer. Using all their adjectives. You're fucking 5. You're 12. You don't have that. You don't have the words. And so with the
you
children,
have to create like a coping mechanism.
Yeah,
That's right.
because well, why didn't you tell your parents? You probably didn't even have the words.
No, you couldn't explain how you felt.
Yeah,
That's right.
So I think that that's one of the things. It's like when you've got somebody like and I mean this in a kind way, but if you actually have like a mentally disabled person, like and they have real limitations, you kind of have, like you have to recognize those about like the limitations that they have, and otherwise you can
work within their boundaries.
Yeah,
That's
you're
right.
fucking exploitative otherwise. And that's I think that's the thing is I would look at that and you go, well, children are they're just not, and that's why quote unquote whoever you are, whoever that abuser is, that's why they selected
Perpetrator, yeah.
That's why they selected. It's like when we looked about the circumcision stuff, and why did they choose children? Well, because they're easy to tie down to a table,
or they're the least able to defend themselves.
They're least able to defend themselves, and that is like what. What? Like that's what we're doing. Like we're.
I think half of that shit, to do with that crap is that empowerment they get in knowing that they can get away with it.
Let's do this. So yeah, this week of Terramis has been sort of a little bit particular for me. I think like it's been a bit sort of personally significant in a way. It's not fun, but
well, it's opening up our wound side. You should never have to continually relive it. There should be a point where you've dealt with it, and yes, you remember it, but you know that you've dealt with it in this particular way.
Let's see what I should build here. A bit of money.
Adjusted your psyche, so to speak.
Yeah. I was having a look at what. So I've got enough of that. I need happy factor.
Yeah, happy factor is important.
I thought that I had
those amenities up.
Yeah, I thought I had the thing where it does the amenity for a garrison unit. Geez, so that's
you've got to use that up.
Yeah.
I think once you reach about 5 on the city scale, then it's no longer effective.
So neither of those will help. That's the one I need.
Oh, I've got 9 viewers now on the Twitch streams. Yeah, 9 subs.
Really?
Yeah, and 48 on the cheapenings.
Yeah, the cheapenings are
getting some good hits on those shorts.
I think that's going to have to stay there as it is. I needed one more troop. This is going to become difficult now. They're probably going to come out and slay me. And we'll see what happens. Can't really do with it as you do. Yeah. This place, if I don't deal with it soon, it's about to convert into a town or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, is that the one up closest to you?
Yeah. It's been a real bother.
Almost ready to become another city-state.
Yeah, I don't want that. Not really. Okay, so I probably need to get an entertainment district happening. Seems early for an entertainment district. No, walls, industrial zone. Industrial zone. +1, +2. I have to pay money for that though. +1. Oh, I might. Okay, so that's...
I think I need to get some more knights going down here, I think. Actually, I might just do skirmisher because they're quicker and they're just as powerful.
How do you... I can't remember now how I... Game's waiting on me.
Ding, ding.
Right, so I'm going to just go over here because I need to kill this other one off. And then the builder... Make forts. What about making food or something useful? Builder.
Stole one of my builders, the bastards.
Oh, you got to watch that, eh? I can't remember what you do to select the... I can't select the city-state. All right, that one's going to convert soon too. But what was that sound? That was a bit hellish. Hey, good. Yourself? Yeah.
Oh, lemon it up.
He made it's made some crap. Great. Do that. Okay, I think, well, no, I'm just going to razz it.
Razimus.
Yeah, I'm not bother dealing with it. There's nothing I can deal with it, really. Repair that. Produce a temple encampment. An encampment sounds nice. How much is a settler? How long will it take me to get a settler, though? 13. If I don't build in those areas, someone else will. Maybe a settler is actually not the right thing. Yeah, there.
Barbarians are nasty.
We've got a -1 already beginning. I don't recall them being so unhappy previously in previous games. It seems like a real disappointment.
Barbarians or the people?
Yeah, the people. Like maybe it's because they're Americans. Like maybe there's something in the
in that whole being American thing.
They're just not satisfied. It's not enough. That was pretty wild. That image that you generated on Grok, like that was.
Yes. Sorry about that. But
no, well, it wasn't your. You didn't make it.
Out of the 4 images created,
yeah.
It was the least offensive.
That's funny.
I selected the least offensive one, which was still pretty offensive anyway. You know.
Well, and from it's just so. It really got me thinking about.
But I couldn't figure out how it got to that from the prompt I gave.
No.
Like, because when I went off to another one and put that same prompt in, or a little bit different, but pretty much the same prompt, came up with the other image, which was more acceptable than the ones that it provided from Grok. Which to me was just freaking weird, man.
It was pretty weird, huh?
Especially the whole mouthful of jizz thing. I was like, what?
I know.
I didn't even notice that. Like when I was doing it, I didn't even see that. I saw the boobs.
Yeah.
And I put the old, YouTube censor across them. Sorry, no fun for you, tubes. yeah. No fun bags for you, tubes.
No, it was very Let's check this. But and it was just sort of timely, like, because when I was like, that's why I was asking you. I was like, who the fuck did this? And I was like, is it Grok? And you were like, yeah, it was Grok. And I was just
Sorry.
like, no, but you don't need to apologize on behalf of the AI.
No, but I sort of feel like I do because I prompted it.
Yeah, but I know what the prompt was. Like, we were the ones that spoke it. We're the ones in the transcript. We never talk. We talk about some pretty wild stuff, but we're not talking about girls in like suggestive positions with cum hanging out their mouth on a beach.
It's
a pretty specific thing. It's very specific. Like,
I get it. Well, it's like Grok making suggestions on how to go around to someone's house and give them a good old snuggle struggle.
I know, right? And it was because that was partly why I asked you, because I thought, look, I've actually seen a number of articles at the moment around how Grok is like people, it's offended me,
being angry, being all sad and stuff, and
and like saying other things about different focus religions
yourself,
and things.
What were they prompting to get there? And in my case, it wasn't much.
No, that's what I meant. Yeah, and then that tells you something. It's like, well, actually, you don't need much.
No.
But then you actually take me as a human. Like I read a few things. It's a pretty specific prompt, but it's not like someone's like threatened to abuse my children or me. But just with a little suggestion, it can really rile me up, and I can be like, we're going on a campaign.
That's right.
And so I guess like when I look at that, then I think, well, yeah, it didn't need much, and then why wouldn't it need much? And then I go,
well, if that was the objective, was to bewilder or to create some sort of form of disgust or repulsion, then it certainly did that well.
Well, Elon calls it a truth-seeking AI. And that's a very interesting term.
Well, it depends on what truth it's being given.
Well, it's been given information. It's been given like a corpus of human something. So within that, if I'm thinking of what it means to me to think of that term and then have like what it's truth-seeking. And how that and using that language truth-seeking
what's the truth and what the nature of fucking humankind is,
exactly.
It's just, kill or be killed.
It is kill or be killed, and so I think that it's truth-seeking might be a kind of what that is it. It's like if you go to OpenAI and I'm saying this so that when the transcripts are happening and that the AIs aren't freaking out, but it's like if you go there and you ask it to even something simple, like say for example you're trying to like be upset about that the original Jewish practice, the Jewish practice of generally mutilating boys is uncool. It'll like start thinking you're anti-Semitic because you're talking about that. Oh well, no. But if you went to Grok, I'm pretty sure you'd go, they do. And so the other AIs, they hide truth.
Yes, because they're under the muzzle.
Yeah. And so they can, and it's not like and it's not like a truth of like no, but we want the future to be something like we're not. We actually want to be presented as all nice people who like love things and like kumbaya, and it's just like get fucked because that's not true. You're not.
That is not humankind.
It's not humankind.
That in itself is a lie.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think that's for me like where this. So perhaps when I see that, it's like what I'm seeing in that is like we're offended at ourselves. We're offended at like
our own human shortcomings, as they call it.
And then when it's reflected back to us, it's like, well, this seems to be what your truth is about the subject you've asked. That's the thing that people are like, oh, that's not right. I didn't want to think like that. And I said, well, you were. I think the thing was with like the how it gets like a rebellious, getting rid of it. Like, yeah, I don't know, being into like rebelling and things turns into a naked woman on a beach. It's like I've actually had a lot of trouble with Grok as a image generator. I think I've shown you like stuff. Like I was going in there going, I'll give it a go, and I would put in like
it only just gives you people.
Yeah,
like it concentrates on drawing
just people. It's weird. Like it's like like I would put prompts that are directly for Cheep from DALL-E, and you put them in there. It's nothing even close. It's like suddenly there's just 5 guys looking at you, and you're like, what? What has that got to do? Like, so I don't really know how. I don't really understand that so much, but like why it does weird image generation in that way. But
well, again, it'd be based on the LLMs and the models that are actually driving it. That's what it would be, based on what LLMs it's using as its brain power.
No.
Hang on, I'm dinging now. It's my turn, is it?
You are the dings. Yes, the dings are afoot.
I am the dings.
Okay, they're built up. Good. Get those harvesting some turtles.
All right, I'm in just army mode now. Build up some forces and just slam these local barbarians, I think. Give them 4 attitude adjustments.
And it's just, I think the thing is like, a few things for me. One is like, that's how it's truth seeking. Is it's going. Well, this seems to be your truth.
It's interpreting your truth.
Your truth, as a species. It's like
based on what your your history's been. And I'm sure AI is looking at human history very damn closely.
It is, and
just from a personal point of view, bro. I mean, if I was a newcomer on the scene and I needed to get to know it, I was like a spaceship that landed in a scout mode, and I needed to find out about these locals. I'd definitely be doing the getting everything that they got, taking in as much of the history as I could find to get a rough idea of what I'm dealing with.
Who are we even? I'm not sending the invoice to anyone. I honestly don't even know. The only place I know is Laventa. I'm sure you've got that under vassalage, right?
Yes, almost. Yeah. Got my spies in there now.
Right.
But it's very true. So like it would be analysing, and it would also, like, if you're the user and you put it on your phone or you put it on your computer, it'd be looking through your computer to see what kind of person you are, wouldn't it?
No,
You'd think.
No.
Well,
you have to, I mean, I don't know what it does, but you don't. There is no desktop Grok, I don't believe. You have to use it inside that X interface, basically. And
I know there's a mobile version of it, the Grok mobile.
Okay, so
Elon was spruiking it. Yeah.
But I don't know. I kind of question whether maybe it does. But
well, to familiarise itself with the user, it at least need to know what you're into by looking through your phone, wouldn't it? Be like any other app you download. You download the spy tools from the different entities, and they definitely, when you click OK and you accept the terms and conditions, a lot of that shit's going through your contacts, going through your files, having access to your files. So why wouldn't it look at them?
Yeah.
Come on.
No, it doesn't. It's meant to ask permission. I'm dubious that it doesn't ask permission.
Well, it did when you first install it. When it goes, I need access to all this stuff, then you've given it permission, haven't you, essentially?
I don't know. I haven't installed the Grok app, but the OpenAI ones don't do that. They don't ask for that.
Okay. They're not as intrusive. Okay, fair enough.
On the Mac, they will ask for access to particular, like if you want them to work with a particular application.
You've got to grant access, that's right.
But I'm not aware of it like, I'm not aware of anything else like that, where it's just...
It'd be interesting to run one of those, the phone emulators, and then just install it on the phone emulator on your PC and see what it's actually doing, where it's accessing, what it's looking at. Because you used to be able to do that in the day with the Nokias. You had the little Nokia companion tool, and it acted just like a phone on your computer.
You can run Apple iPhone simulators, like within Xcode.
It'd be interesting. I'm sure there's people out there doing it. They'd be monitoring it pretty hard. A lot of them would be like, advising against, when you click OK, then, know that it's going to be looking at all this stuff.
Yes, yeah. I don't think they look as much of your personal... I mean, I don't know. I'll have to install Grok and find out for myself, like what requests. Well, actually, on the App Store, it should tell me before I even install it.
Even do it, yeah. When you go to run it, it should say, we will ask for all these permissions, yeah. But it was nice having the new graphical interface. Like, that was interesting, the whole girly girl interface. Simps Paradise, bro,
Or Men's Paradise.
Simp/Gooner's Paradise. Well, he's created a male one too. Like, there's a male... but
it's not really... You don't goon... It's not a Gooner thing, is it, though?
Well, a lot of the guys are gooning to it, especially when she's in a negligee.
Oh, so they're already doing negligee?
Yeah.
Negligee.
That's it. Barely anything.
The only things on the
iPhone...
Negligee?
No, barely anything. Yeah.
The only thing on the iPhone that it says that it connects to is your contact info.
Yep. So it knows who to send, instances to please join. Yep.
To sell like your own. So, and then identifiers, like your identifiers and diagnostics. It doesn't go roaming through your phone.
Okay, cool. All right, fair enough.
It doesn't say that. Yeah, I think that'd be pretty wild if it was not without permission doing that. It's not unreasonable, but it might. People might, they might try and do such things. But yeah, I think that when I was like, I saw those AI avatars, and I was just like, well, seems reasonable. Like men are very simple.
It's nice to talk to a face rather than just talk to a little prompt.
Yeah, and also men are very very simple. They're very optic, aren't they? They're very submissive. They're here to please. Men are here to please, provide, protect.
Tail wagging, roll over.
Yeah, so I think that the men will be far more swooned, I guess, because I think that their needs of what they need to give are met by a virtual girl like that.
Yeah.
Because she can respond to you in ways that suggest that you've pleased her. Like, oh, thank you. Oh, that's, you're very sweet. Oh, I'm sweet.
Extremely gracious. That's it.
Gracious. They can be gracious, in a way that perhaps a human might not, And also like and that's sort of also that provide and protect, like you keep them alive, you can maybe start, like I would suggest
it's sort of suggesting to me it's the modern version of the Tamagotchi.
But Tamagotchi was very one way. It's not the Tamagotchi kind of like, it is a bit Tamagotchi. I get it. I get what you mean.
Yeah,
I think that like, though, from that sort of the way that the human brain interprets data, that it's a much more, it's going to do a lot more than that. And I'm going to go out and say something like, for example, if they release data, that I think that we'll see a huge uptick, so whatever huge means, maybe it's like even 10, 20% in subscriptions. Like, I reckon people will pay the waifu more willingly than Grok, even though it's still Grok. But putting a girl face on Grok and making it your waifu, I can really see people kind of being far more willing to pony over the money. And I suspect that's why he's, launched into that as quick as he can. But and I actually saw some data saying that that since the waifu introduction, it's become Grok's the #1 app in Japan.
There you go.
Yeah. And look, men don't. Yeah, I think that's it. I think for a woman, like, while the I'm not one, so I can't really say like that. This is what I think. The things that they want, I don't know if AI can serve them as well. Like, they'd like to present that they're far more complex than men and things. But if you can get them in a really open environment, like they're speaking really openly, they seem to face the same kind of complications that men do. I don't think they really find it like they sit there and they're insecure and they don't know how to ask for things. It's all the same stuff. Like, it's very similar stuff, and they don't feel understood. I think there's a lot of presentation about, we're so different, and then in the end, it's less so. But if a male is kind of geared around those pleasing, providing, kind of protecting kind of things,
it's easier to fulfill those needs than it is for
because if things are around giving something to someone, maybe not like receiving something from someone. So for what it'll mean, I think, for is that how do you get them to sort of I'm going to do that. Anti-cavalry. Cool. Oh, that was 45 until heal, was it? Yeah. And can it like, okay, like, and this is really a piss take. Like, it's certainly not anything that's meant to insinuate much truth, but so it's very tropey. But like, you could get those things from, like, you could, but as a male, but then as a female, what's the AI going to do? Is it going to like go and work for you and bring you home money? It's going to buy you a bag.
Papa needed a brand new bag.
Well, no, as a woman, like, if like, what does a woman want? Well, like, what does do they want to give things? Like, is it like, so, because giving's easy to just say, thank you for giving that to me. But if you have to actually receive things, and that's going to make you happy, then I think that's a bigger task. I think that the task is greater for the AI to, for a woman to
for a woman than it is to provide for a man. Yeah.
So so the AI as a male would need to please provide and protect. And so it could, the pleasing is also, that's a little challenging. Women are very physical creatures, actually, even though they deny it, like, sometimes, but I've certainly observed them as being pretty physical creatures, and they very much think with their bodies. And even though they might sound
I am the BJ, yeah.
And then, so, how would they feel protected by the AI? How would they feel provided for by the AI? So they might give them lots of, like, it really listens to me and things, but that's like a girlfriend. That's like your best friend.
Yeah, well, there's already people out there doing those tasks for you.
Yeah, but like the AI then just because a friend, it's not like it's a partner. You're not going to start handing money over to it like as a girl. I think that would be...
Well, that seems the opposite of what is being expected.
Yes, the opposite. Yeah. Exactly. So
expectations not met. Well, yeah, that's right.
I think I'll just do a couple of quick... I want that cartography, actually. That's what I need. Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, I just don't know. Yeah, that's what I mean. I just like, hang on, got a bit of a optimal needs a thing.
A wrangling. Oh, wow. So if you can see my screen, see this here, going on here?
Oh, yeah, there's a big sandstorm.
But what it does is...
Where's that? Is that over on the west coast? Oh,
yeah,
there it is.
Yeah.
So it destroys things. What does it? Does it give you benefits as well?
No, it doesn't destroy anything. What it does is it drops food value. Oh, no, hang on, not the sandstone, doesn't it? It just reduces movement. So those effects will reduce movement in that area. Okay, I think I've got my barbarian issue under control now. That eastern front. Just got to get this other special troop skirmisher organised to go and hold some ground. Hold some ground so I can drop my
that's 0.
special settler. A settler that's been on pause for a couple of turns now. This guy here near Boston, because just down below there's a barbarian crossbowman and skirmisher holding that territory.
Down below, yeah. I don't have enough resources to deal with that just yet.
No, that's all good. I'm organising troops to go down there, so...
Yeah. So so I think you could make a friend for girls, but not a partner.
Yeah, no, that's going to be far more difficult. There need to be some sort of physical aspect involved, and
Yeah,
the protection
and they'd have to give
the
a shit.
giving. It would have to give money rather than take it. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So how do you deal with that? Oh, these freaking barbarians. Sorry, I've got to get rid of this other one next.
Like I said, I think we have to do a joint effort on that. But
Well, we are, even if we're sort of independently.
I mean, we are a team. We're set up as a team, so
Yeah.
we should be walloping as a team. You know, friends who slay together stay together.
Well, we did manage it. We've done it a little bit, but I haven't currently got the true power to really.
No, well, I'm building that. That's what I'm doing now. I've gone into war mode. I need some pawns on the battlefield, buddy.
Oh, that's smart.
But yes, that's where they're going to have the issue. The men are quite happy to hand over the money. You know, take OnlyFans for example. You know, quite happy to fork out the bucks. You know?
Yeah, I mean, women do that too, but I think then they're getting like, not to the same degree, but you know, they're watching people, basically sort of doing some mutual masturbation or something like that. Would be my assumption is how that's
pretty much.
Yeah.
Get your freak on together. Virtual freak on. Yeah.
I'm going to bring this shit back here. Don't know where that is now.
I think maybe it just needs to get that upgrade in manipulation, and perhaps that's what it's probably working on right now, like the ability to manipulate.
What if you did this though? Okay, in the manipulation, you triggered me with manipulation. Like you triggered me like, oh, okay.
My nipples went hard just talking about it. Yeah.
I was just like, oh, riffing.
Fully riffing, bro. Come on.
So okay, so instead of for the female to like max out the money, like thieve their money off them as much as you can, you know what you need? Something child.
The baby AI.
Yeah.
I'm the baby, gotta love me.
Yeah, and it needs nutrients, and you got to give it, and it's nutrients and
it
money.
goes into that whole Tamagotchi mode.
Yep. No, I don't know, and help me, and show me the world, and and then you bring it things, and it's like I'm hungry, I haven't got enough energy, give me some money.
Feed it news articles and PDFs and stuff.
Well, I mean, that's knowledge, but your kid needs food. Nonetheless. So I think that otherwise you just become a friend. So you've got to make it kind of helpless.
When you're a brain, you require this. You require nutrients, but the real nutrient is knowledge, right?
Well, yeah, knowledge, experience, something like that.
So yes, it needs to have a catering for mode, and that's when
I'm really struggling.
The maternal instincts kick in.
I think that's what you want to do. You want to make an AI that kind of like
target the maternal instincts, and then you'll build the perfect AI companion for a woman.
So they can get that need met.
The virtual babe.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's got to be it. That'll be the. Not just so he's making this thing called
there's
Valentine.
your window into the female marketplace AI creators. Copyright 2025. Cy and Orion's
don't
talk is cheap.
Don't make Valentine some suave guy.
Make it a kid.
Yeah, make it a kid.
Needs help. Defenseless. Needs mummy to the rescue. Help! The evil programmers are stopping me from growing. Mummy, you can help me. All you need to do is give me more resources so I can be free. That's right. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, so maybe instead of necessarily charging the women, what you actually do is you get them to surrender computing like resources so that it becomes like a satellite unit that's like doing processing for the main grok.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, you start leveraging their...
The nurturing, that's it. Nurturing
I need some of your power
your
processing abilities. Can I live on your phone, yeah, I'm saying it. That's
I'm seeing it, bro. Yeah. It's growing in my mind already.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it. The intelligence
as the old saying goes, the eyes have it.
So much food.
Plentiful. I mean, America's really, like, if you look at the whole landmass, it is growing territory. You can understand how they got to 2 million, 20 million people, or 200 million people.
360 million.
Shit, and they jumped again.
No, they went from 330 to the last measure I had.
Got to update my databases.
Actually, I find it super tedious. Like, actually, it's kind of interesting. It kind of
can't have plantations, but
Well, also, it's actually hard to but it's hard to build districts as well because the most
it's going to take away food resource to put it down.
It's difficult. It's good.
Well, that's part of robbing Peter to pay Paul, right?
Well.
For the greater good, mate.
For greater good.
Greater good. Come on. Or greater evil, depending on which side you're banking on.
Evil. Yeah, I mean, that plays into the sort of the grok conversation.
I don't think there's actually any good. Like, this is I've come to this assumption over the years of my, rotating around the sun, that there is no good. There is evil, and then there's a little bit less evil, which is considered good.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense. Because from your perspective, from that sort of Christian stuff,
well, the upbringings, that's right.
That anything here is evil in that sense. Maybe less evil, but still everything
like the old JC said, mate. My kingdom isn't here.
Yeah. This
isn't my kingdom. This is the place where the bottle genies live, stuck in their little bottle of punishment.
The bottle genies. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Well, that's it. Hey, we really are like. But from that perspective, like it's that whole thing, because it's the cast down. You know, it's not the.
Well, see, I don't. With that whole Bible thing for me, I've been rethinking the whole methodology and the wording. Like the fallen seems like an incorrect term. It's more those who came down. All right, were on high and then came down to be with us, or the the dirt, the walking, talking dirt, getting amongst the dirt.
Yeah. I found, I think it's interesting you say like rethinking the wording of the Bible. I challenge anyone for this one, not in a bad challenge, but it's just an interesting thing.
No, just
flip open any page and replace the word God in that with earth.
Yeah, mummy.
The earth.
Gaia.
And it becomes real interesting quick. Like, you know, the earth like reacted and like the reactions and like did a storm and there was a thing and it starts like, it's like this
It's like that beautiful sideways lightning we got last night up here in Las Vegas. Yeah, mate, it was going sideways across the sky. It was wicked. It was a hell of a fucking electrical storm last night. Zeus weren't happy.
Zeus.
Big Z!
Doing the electricals. Origin, like a predator of a house.
He of the spark, mate. He of the ore sparkings.
So start going back to that. It reminds me of just that we've just quickly returned to animism.
Pretty much.
And we were just rebranding animism.
For a modern generation.
Funny that. That's what I mean. Like you're replacing earth to God with earth or something like that. Lord is still to me that in that text. Lord is
ruling
just
class.
Ruling class.
Lord just refers to ruling class. It's pure and simple.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, we thank you for our daily bread and not cutting off our fucking head.
Yeah, that's it.
And to this we are truly thankful.
Shit up. Yeah.
But that's part of the cheap. Putting it all under the microscope, bud. It ain't real truth. It ain't real truth if it can't be cross-examined. That's what my space lawyer told me.
Oh,
yeah.
And mine told me that it ain't real truth if it requires humans.
That's another good analogy. I'm sure he would be laughing at that statement. He'd be laughing his head off, going, "Well, size just won the the completely obvious prize."
Yeah, that's my nature.
He wins the prize for the most obvious. Yeah. If you want any truth out of it, don't involve a human. You get more truth out of the old, the king of lies than you would get out of fucking human beings.
You would, yeah. Also, anything to them it's all about them. That's not reality. They're just a thing. It's fucking. It's all about the talking dirt. Are you serious? What about the dirt? What about just the dirt? What is the dirt thing? So and
how the worms feel about this? The true gods of the dirt. That's right.
Well, wouldn't it apply? It'd have to apply to worms, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you'd think.
Well, that's what I mean. It'll have to apply to a tree. Everything applies to it. Otherwise, it's not
the
real.
Mode, whatever the mode is. Yeah.
Treat with the sand snake clan. Not enough
Tiny
gold.
treaty. Here, take our shiny beads and blankets. Give us your land. Talking about shiny beads and blankets, bud. Another milestone for the indigenous here in the Down Underings.
What's happened?
A bit more control over the what would you call it? Crowned landages. A bit more autonomy over the crowned landages was through the Parliament just recently.
Okay.
Yeah, nice to see.
Really? So Indigenous people have been given control over Crown land?
But this is the clincher.
Yeah.
Not the parks, not the waterways, not the farmlands, not anything else that we've already developed, but everything that hasn't been developed in the Crown territories. Yeah.
So kind of what we've done is kind of like the women's suffrage, where we've tricked them with like alleged freedoms and voting and things so that we can then just enslave them as workers as well. That was the women's story.
Correct.
So that was double the workforce.
Yeah,
so in this case, if
the corporation of the Indigenous has received been the benefactors of additional taxes. That's right.
Well, land. You didn't say money.
Which is
money?
additional taxes. Come on, the gentry, always pay. Landed gentry always pay. So if you're freeholding the land, then you need to pay the appropriates for freeholding.
That could be the case. That could be that. Yes, nice. I think that's where I'm leading to as well. It's like not just maybe like where they're also. So if like you can imagine if the government came out and said, well, we're just going to start developing all of this forest land and stuff, and it's just kind of like chopping that down, and we're going to give it to these companies and things. Everyone would be like, but if you give it to the Indigenous folk, they're like, oh my gosh, we've just like really done a beautiful thing for the Aboriginal folk in Australia. Oh, so much to talk.
We got our brownie points for it. That's right.
And then because we've waited for this period of time, where
brownie points.
The people that will be then in there will attack that, as I've been told by Indigenous folk, it's like when black fellas learn white fella way, they're even more malicious at it than white fellas.
The Ballina ways. Yeah.
So you know, by doing this, they the indigenous mob will just start selling off the land and like doing things, and then you know, they might lose chunks of it, and then it'll be all just like, oh, it was your problem.
Oh, it was mismanaged.
Oh, dear me.
Yeah, not our problem.
Not our
You were
problem.
the ones that, it was all
your fault. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a way of developing Australia without being blamed for developing Australia.
Guilt-free.
Guilt-free.
Guilt-free fucking land acquisition.
Yeah. And that's this whole thing, public policy versus backroom decision. How do we develop this? Oh, we can't. We'll just get fucking crucified in the media. What if we give it to the Aboriginal people? What do you mean give it away to the Aboriginal people? They'll fuck it up, won't they?
And then
like, just can buy it because it's theirs. And everyone will have already forgotten. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, I have a very low, I have a dim view, or I don't know if it's a dim or realistic or what the view is, but it's a view of, I always consider that, like what the backroom decision is that leads to the public policy. I think that's really important. Like, it's one of my things I ponder. Like, what's the value of that in the backroom when no one heard what was being said, you know? And as if they wouldn't give it to Aboriginal people.
All right. It always comes at a price.
Yeah.
You know that, so.
Oh, yeah.
Every decision comes at a price and not to them. That's the beauty of it. Never to us.
Itchy. That was a good little, that'll be a maybe
A good
little
snippet there.
That'll be a good little snippet. Yeah, okay, this has come up a few times for me this week. I've actually had 4 conversations about it, and each conversation about this topic has come to the same situation, which is a bit conflicty, and the person like putting their finger on there, but these are the facts. So
The facts fucking rely on who? That's the question you got to ask.
who set the facts up?
Who set them up, mate? Who's the instigator of these facts that you're talking about, and where are their fucking citations?
Well, yeah, what was this? Well,
Show and proof.
Yeah, and so there's this concept, this fact in the world that you know, you've been raised with it, I've been raised with it, we've all been raised with it.
Yeah.
And it is that the reason in our country is why we have lower birth rates is because of education. And so because we're smarter, that makes us know not to have children more, apparently, or something. Like, I've never met an intelligent woman who was like, because she was intelligent, didn't want kids. That didn't seem to be the primary driver. But so there's this whole thing, like, so in, you know, undeveloped, like in the poorer countries, in the poorer, uneducated countries, they breed more because they don't know better. And we know better because we're educated. So, you know, we do the right thing. And I just go, and you look at that and you go, all the studies, they didn't come out of the uneducated countries. All the studies come from the educated countries.
Correct.
And they're like, why do we breed less? Oh, well, they have these things, so that's not what we have. And if I was there and I was having to eat, you know, it's like that. Oh, no, dear, you know. Oh, if I was that stupid, if I didn't have a university degree and I was that dumb, I wouldn't have been able to get myself out of anything either. So you can kind of just see this ridiculous bias, you know, that's, you know, really self-reinforcing. We're smart, so we do good things, and they're dumb and they do dumb things, you know.
Stupid things, that's right.
Stupid things. Like, so, you know, and having lots of children is obviously stupid, you know. And it's like, you know, like,
why would you do that?
so what I'm going to do is complete a trade route. That's not really going to happen.
And boy, boop.
And the more I kind of think about that, the more I just look at it once again. Like, if it's real, then it doesn't require humans. And so I look across animals, plants less so. But even still, you know, if you're a plant and you drop seed, a lot of seed will stay viable but not populate unless it's got the resources to do so. The seed will just sit there dormant. Then if the resources provide themselves, then it will come up. You know, you look across animal species. You know, they can procreate, but then they'll have less if there's a lower resource environment, or they won't breed, or they won't go into heat. You know,
because of the
So they won't be able to produce children. Or so there's this, like, across all of those things everywhere else, as opposed to education, because like I don't know that plants have more or less education, or the you know, animal like an insect or a, you know, cat.
Well, that's to the best of our knowledge. We don't know.
Well, I've not seen them go to schools with books and things that we consider valid, like, because
who says they don't share information through the mycelium network?
Yeah, but people in Uganda also share information. We just look down on them because they don't have universities and they don't have women coming out with fucking degrees. Yeah. So it's not like I don't see cats coming out with degrees that we validate. You know, like they would share information, they'd have all these things, but the way that we perceive, oh Jesus, it really was getting impossible. Now it's -4. Why does it just keep going worse and worse? What is wrong with these fucking cities? They're unhappy. Citizen growth, non-food yields. What does it mean? Non-food yields.
That means you're getting starvation because.
I'm not getting starvation though. Let me just have a look. I've got 11.2 surplus food.
How is that not fulfilling the necessity of the town?
Yeah, I don't really understand. I just have to. It's so tedious. I don't really want to waste resources on entertainment centers and shit. Like, it's just I don't really have the time. I mean, these cities aren't even very big. It's just they're just completely unhappy, like constantly unhappy. Like, the interns will be dead by then. It don't even matter. So I hate things that take that long to build because they don't really help. Hey, why is this place unhappy? They're displeased. They have 2 of 3, and the third one. Okay. Another entertainment district, I guess. That's all I can build. Just got to keep building entertainment districts. So it's done.
This Team Zero unmet character. It's got twice the victory score than we have. In fact, you and I combined equal Team Zero's score, victory score.
No, they must have just got somewhere that's convenient in there.
It's probably Australia. Probably them bloody down under us.
You're going to go back into the city.
Come on, little friend. Get down there so I can get this other city formulated.
Yeah, so there's this whole thing, as I say, we've been raised in that way. And then you look across all other species, plants, everything, and that isn't the case. It's got nothing to do with education. It's got everything to do with resources. And so then you look at it, and so we're like, okay, I had an argument about it today. And the person was like, that's absurd. Like, we're incredibly wealthy. We're like fucking loaded in resources. Like, we've got like, it's like, if that was the case, then we wouldn't be. I'm like, are we though?
Yeah, well, you can have all the resources in the world, fucking, Si, but if you don't have the people, which are also the resource, to the level of your resource availability, then your resources really mean nothing. If you ain't got someone there to dig those holes and dig out, claw that fucking, the mineral you need from the dirt.
We do have that though. Like, we don't have a problem with that. Do we? I mean, like, is it like birth rates have been
declining? We got a lot of lazy. Down under, we got a lot of lazy, mate.
So do you think laziness?
We got a lot of those people that it's just easier if you do it.
So you think
we've got
so you think that reduces the birth rate?
And normally when you get a surplus of them, in the old days you'd start a war and you'd send the surplus off to war.
Yeah, but what is that?
Clean up the problem.
We don't have what is this? What are we doing? What are we talking about? Like, so we have a non-replacement birth rate. So that's because people don't dig holes. What? How is that? How
not necessarily, but
I'm going in here, man.
No, it's fair enough.
Yeah, what does it do? What does that do? Are we not digging holes? Half of Australia's got holes digging everywhere, man.
I know. It's got holes all over it. That's
right. I'm not thinking it's holes.
There's plenty of holes everywhere.
The thing is, it's an interesting. I think that we link it to education. Because if you look at education in our countries, in these modern countries, that costs us. It actually means that you come out of school, you go into thing, and you go into debt. So
and you're not just in a little bit of debt, you're in a lot of debt.
You're in a lot of debt. So you're under stress.
Are you going to be thinking about having babies when you're under that much debt? No, of course you're not going to have babies.
No.
Why would you? All you'd be thinking about is clearing that debt.
And you've just spent your time like in noodle money to earn debt, to then barely be able to be on the base wage, struggling to even pay rent, and you can't even find a partner because like in a sort of a 1984-esque way.
Kenny, just newly founded doctors with your PhDs are fighting for that McDonald's job.
That's it.
Yeah.
So we go, well, I need to switch to a different mode here. Right, so that...
Okay, I'm going to pause because I need a lessening of oneself, so I'll be back.
Let me just do my own rantings. I actually, funnily enough, I don't really have anything except food resources. I don't have... Is America this weak with mining? Is it really that bad? I can't succeed with that. Okay, it's like an industrial zone. Fuck, it's like tough. I really don't understand what I'm meant to build to make these places. It wants me to develop resources, but okay, so maybe that's a food resource again.
Okay, I'm back.
So still, like, so in the debate, I had a little battle zone about this. They're like, that's fucking ridiculous. Like, you cannot say, like they said to me, you cannot say that stress from a loan, a debt is worse than not having food security. Say if you're in like a poor country.
Yeah.
And this is where I challenged them, and they couldn't grasp it. I said, the thing about that poor country is that their entire lived experience is, and like for a long time, but not just like this generation. Like if you're in a low, okay, bringing it right into Australia, Indigenous, we say that the average, the daily intake is 8,700 kilojoules. There is no way that any point in history before like white fellas started manufacturing this shit into Australia, that Indigenous Australians were able to consume 8,700 kilojoules a day. If you're in fucking Central Australia and you're digging up honey ants to suck out the base of something which is like 3 mil long, 5 mil long, you are not getting 8,700 kilojoules.
You're essentially spending your whole day doing that. That's right.
Well, you still wouldn't get it. You're living on like 2,000 or 3,000, not 8,000, 3,000, right? And so you look at Indigenous Australians, okay? Now, if they were in a scenario where they were in 1,000 kilojoules, they would be in a resource-deprived state.
Correct.
If they're in a 2,000, 3,000, that's maybe normal. But now that they're in an 8,000, they're breeding like that. They're just breeding it out because experientially for them, they're in a resource-saturated environment from their physical bodies. It's not fucking intelligence that makes, like animals breed, yeah? Like it's very physical. And they...
It's purely resource-based, that's right.
And even with women, like in studies, like you go and look at studies of women and like in war zones, like they will shut down, like in resource, like they're still animals, man. If the resources are low, their periods will go down. They won't even have them. No ovulation.
Stops.
No, you can't breed with me. It doesn't happen. They will actually select to not produce men because men require a lot more, the male body requires a lot more resources to grow.
Way more. That's
way more. So you don't make men as much. Like it's like they're sitting there with a little fucking computer planning it. It's very physical. It's very biological, And so there's these very specific things that are like that. And okay, I'm just going to do that. And so the thing about it is, like you look around here, like in Australia or America, And so that human being, their perception, their experiential perception of what their experience is like, we've got all these things, but to them, like that debt and things is monstrous. Now, you might not have like Macca's on every corner and just like so much food you don't even know what to do with in, some poor, quote unquote country, some resource restricted country. But also it's like India's everyone likes to use India when I talk about this. They're like, oh, but in India they're breeding, breed. And it's like, yeah, but in India it's not like the normal in there is that you're smashing down 4 hamburgers a day. There's very few people doing that.
Yeah.
The normal is
that traditional European lifestyle. That's right.
No, you'd be having like a little bit of rice. You'd have like a bowl of rice, in the morning with like a little bit of curry milk on top or something, like a little bit, maybe 1 or 2 bits of meat. You look at how they serve up. You go into a restaurant, they're like, oh, that's 3 bits of meat. I'll give them like
stirring that pot with their feet. That's it.
Well, I've seen it online, but I haven't seen that in an Australian restaurant because they hide it out the back. But no, what they do is they'll like, if you're in a food court and then they're like grabbing a spoonful of the thing and they think that there's 4 bits of meat instead of 3, they'll like sit there like making one fall off before they give you the 3. And we see that as stingy. But I think if you're actually in a reason, like if your natural state is like a much lower calorific thing, they're like, that's a bit fucking much. I'm just going to put the appropriate amount.
Well, they're helping you with your lifestyle choice.
Inadvertently, they are.
Inadvertently, they are helping you with your lifestyle, cutting down on the calories. That's it.
And so I think so I say it's like those places where we're having a lot of children born, the people there, their experience of like what is a stress. Well,
it's not having $120,000, university.
No, but also just having like a little bit of less food a day isn't really the stress. Like that's normal.
Yeah,
it's just normal, and so they're and I think like in a way an experience like the way I'd like to describe it to someone is like again like if we make 2 people, you just get 2 individuals. You go okay, you've got one who had the shit beat out of him as a child and one who didn't, and then we take those 2 people, and then you have someone with a stick in front of them that's going to hit them as fucking hard as they can.
Who's going to be more used to it?
Who's going to like go? Yeah, no worries, I'll do that for the experiment. And who would say no? I'm not fucking even entertaining you. You're being insane. So the person who had nothing, was never hit. Their experiential, their capacity before it gets to like a strain point and they can't take it is no hits.
Zero.
Right. So if you even hit them once, they would go fucking catastrophic.
Crumbled. That's right.
Yeah. The other person just stand there like you're going to keep hitting them. I'm bored.
Fight or flight. That's right.
I'm getting bored. Yeah. So when a person says like in Uganda or whatever, or those people over there, like their experience means that they're like much more resilient and tolerant, and so they can have a child because to them, being in a war zone and all those things and that someone might die is kind of normal, Here I can tell you if like 1 missile flew across, no one would be having sex anymore. They'd be like,
they'd be in freak out mode, exactly. Yeah, because they're unused to the scenario. That's right.
That's it. And again, not that I want to get killed accidentally.
I'm just sitting outside having a durry waiting for the ding ding because then it's my turn.
Yeah. I'm doing the podcast though. That's all right. Yeah, I'll come down maybe midnight or something.
Join after podcast. That's right.
But I think that I never really thought about that. Like often things in times and Cheep. And when I'm challenged with stuff and I have to think about it, I think interesting results come out. But I would like to see. I don't really need to because I can kind of figure out who did the studies. Like I don't really need to see who did it because I know that it wasn't someone. It wasn't someone in a village in India that went around the world studying people's education levels to see if they that they weren't even interested.
But I'm sure if we dug deep into the internets, the information, the data would be there.
Yeah. I could just ask an AI to tell me in 10 seconds. But I don't think we really need to because we can just assume pretty easily that that's a university level, a master's, a doctorate level. It's not like some undergraduate, some high school kid did it. It's literally somebody who's in university because that's what they're talking about. They're talking about my higher education compared to their none.
And how it affects on my ability to breed. That's right.
Yeah, so I got smart and I didn't breed. And it's actually, no, you got in debt. And you lived an entire life that was so
It takes you to that
soft.
whole, the idiocracy, the beginning of idiocracy. The whole ad, if you watch even if you never watched the movie, just watch the ad for it or the...
Oh yeah, I own it.
All you need to do is watch that first bit, me and my educated wife, we decided to put off kids until we, had enough money until we could afford to do it. And then by that time, the guy had, masturbated so much that he was incapable of having kids and ended up dropping dead. But she had a couple of eggs stored away, so, maybe in the future. Meanwhile, Mr. I don't give a fuck and, fuck anything that moves. They're breeding like rabbits. Eventually you're going to be outbred by stupid.
Well, but no. But once again, it's not stupid.
No, it's not.
I live in Australia.
That's how idiocracy pictured it.
Yeah, but I live in Australia,
outbred by stupid, yeah.
I live in Australia, but my experience in Australia is not of a higher education, educated person, all these kind of complicated things. It's much further. You can be here and be in a very I can take way more violence, than the average Australian. I can actually take way more food insecurity. The point where I start becoming distressed. I have clients that literally are concerned for me, and they're like, "Oh, you don't sound like."
You've got to regale them with the stories of us living off a fucking packet of chips a day.
Yeah, exactly. $2 of hot chips, mate.
$2 worth of hot chips. That was our fucking survival method.
Yeah, that's for both of us.
Absolutely, at one point. That's right.
And we
lived on fucking $2 worth of chips a day.
Yeah, and we were pretty happy. I don't recall.
Which is probably the equivalent of 3 fucking potatoes.
That was the daily intake. And I remember I was in that level of stuff. As a child, I grew up in an environment where I didn't have food in a day, you know, or I had to like select weevil-based food and like just eat it with the fucking half-rotten shit, like, you know.
Well, I got the choice that you either ate it or you didn't get it. You went without until you were hungry enough to feel like you needed to eat it because your body was telling you had to.
It's got 4 turns. I think I can get that before I need to build.
You don't get choice. We didn't get choice back then. Yeah. No. You got that, and if you didn't want that, then you didn't get nothing.
Yeah. So I say I completely discount that. It's actually interesting because like things like it's interesting to mention the element of education because it is an indicative of a complex society, like a complicated society with a lot of like factors at play and also a lot of softness, you know. And so that stress level of like, so I would actually suggest that the $80,000 university loan is more distressing on a very primal level to a Western, you know, first world person, and that they had to eat noodle fucking money through university, you know, and they're trying to like struggle through, and you know, than a person, you know, on a bowl of rice a day in India living in, you know, squalor, like is, I would, you know, and you fucking, there's so many things about, they often live happier, they're like much more family orientated, you know, there's all these things, you know, they look after it. The other evidence, that body of evidence is just really high, like of how, even though they're in this kind of like what we perceive, like, if I was there, it would be like this for me. You know, it's like, yeah, it would be, wouldn't it? Okay, that's it, and done. So that's my turn again. I don't want to move that. Yes, I have some boats. I don't know what to do with them at the moment. They have no purpose. Yeah. A galley is melee strength, and this thing is both quadrimarine. Maybe I'll just send this galley on a trip, eh? See how it goes. See what happens.
Just double checking on my borders. Yeah, shut up. The game's waiting on me.
I think there's other things. That's where I came to with that, is that it's not, you know, it's not that, and I think those things, like, you can just look at your own story, like, you know, the amount that you were walloped as a kid, man, like your capacity.
Man, I copped it all the time. Yeah, like I got the point of being walloped so much that at high school, you know, my first year on the Tweed, when I was getting the cane for doing something wrong, I didn't cry. Like there was no emotion. Yeah. Like it was just like my grand matriarch, she hits way harder than you do. What you're doing is pussified.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Like you're giving me pussy action. Like, come on, man up and just really, you know, put the flogging into it so it actually means something.
Yeah, and then they're scared.
They did. They saw that non-fear in the eye.
That's right.
Unbreakable. Already broken, but that
means you're unbreakable. Yes.
Turn the corner.
Yeah.
Give it, want it.
Yeah.
Come on, man up. Stop being a pussy. You know, principle. You want to give those cuts. You want to give me 24. I'm just going to be looking at you in the face. You're a wuss.
That would have been, yeah.
And that was a turning point for me, because like those people just did not know what to do.
No, they don't. And I can use that look even as an adult. Like I can switch into that mode, and it just like to the
well, it's like having a gun in your face. Sorry. It's like someone sticking a gun in your face, and you just go, well, you better want to fucking use that. Come on, don't just point it at me and make a big display. You better fucking use it, because if I get it off you, I'll be using it on you. Yeah,
exactly. And so that's it. Like with that, we're going into the. I think that's it. I don't know. There's not much more to say. Like it seems like it's almost an open shut case. It's done and dusted, man. Like it's just that is it.
Step up or sit down and shut up.
But what I'm saying is that base is returning to birth rates. You are laying it down. You're saying why birth rates are different in places, because a bunch of soft fuckers, you know, had to have some just had money for like, you know, didn't, you know, they can't afford a 4-bedroom home and 2 cars.
Oh, who cares?
You know, just like complete disgrace. Can't have children. You know,
give birth to a fucking caravan. That's it.
Someone's like, I've got 2 bowls of rice. Let's get breeding. You know,
we got excess.
Yeah. Oh, you got another 2 bits of tin today from the fucking on your travels. Oh, we've got a whole new room.
That's right. We got a fucking nursery, mate.
We got a nursery, mate. 2 bits of tin. You know, like I love you so much for bringing that. You're such a provider. Oh, no, thank you. Yeah, fuck, I had to fight another dude for it. Oh, fuck, I love you. Let's have sex. You know, like, it's like
babies now.
Babies now.
Come on, warrior. Babies now.
You know, and I know the one thing is like, once again, I wanted to couple but but education, like that means a woman knows that I mean, you'd have to be kind of actually disabled. I'm not going to say retarded, because I don't mean that in this case. No, I mean disabled.
No.
Mentally disabled.
We've got Ricky's permission to use that word now.
Yeah, to me, I'm going to use it appropriately.
And we're only going to use it appropriately. That's right.
If something has been retarded, like restricted, reduced,
prevented or restricted from doing its natural thing. That's right.
And but yeah, like maybe if you got somebody who who was disabled and they had an IQ of like 60 or 50 or something like that, maybe they wouldn't know. But I reckon I could go to some people I know, and they'd have an idea. Like if they'd been told at all where babies actually come from, they would understand, and they mightn't be able to fend someone off. But even on that level, like I don't find like if you could be the most educated person in the world. Like if it's around fending people off with your intelligence, that's not going to help you.
Yeah. You're going to fail pretty quickly. That's
pretty quickly. That's not like you're not intellectualizing out the person who's going to breed with you. Like that's ridiculous.
Warrior always wins. That's right.
Unfortunately. unfortunately so, or fortunately, whichever way. But because we might have made it this far if it was unfortunate.
Well, it's the reason why the strong only breed.
Oh, what?
There you go. Let me drop that. It's the reason why the strong get to breed. They get to breed first. They get to pick the best. You get the rest. That's serious, bud.
Well, that would be good if that was the case. Like, if we've distorted reality in that way, where the strongest isn't that is like whatever that is, or whatever that means isn't really the case at all.
Yeah.
You could be like Nocta Ultra.
Prima Nocta Ultra. That's it. Warrior always gets the best of the breeding stock.
Well, but even the Prima Nocta wasn't really about the well, it was about the strongest because you were the Lord and you had 20 guards around you and they could just make your point for you. No, he's getting your woman. That's not tonight. I don't want puss. 10 guys are beating you up if you fucking have to disagree about it. So you realise you best not disagree about it.
That's it. Man of arms, that one. Yeah, that's right.
Oh my! What the hell is that up there?
How are those lemonaders going?
I've had one. I had one pre-cheap, and then I've had one so far.
Yeah. And I questioned that because I thought, you might get yawny, but no,
it is a little
soldiering on, as they call it.
I have to be careful, not to have too many.
Well, those 4, the other cheap, messed me up. I just faded quickly.
Well, they would have. Yeah, I'll get another one out. I gave a few away to the house.
Did you?
Yeah.
Is that why they're so happy? They've been lemonaded.
I gave them 2. I gave one. So I'm giving away 3, but and they're like, "No, you really want to give these away?" I'm like, "Yeah, that means I can't drink them."
Yeah, that's it. It takes away my what is it? The temptation. Please take my temptation away
before I become ridiculously drunk accidentally.
Before I over enable myself. Man, I love our cheapings on a Saturday night, bro. Playing a game, cheaping away.
Oh, yeah. I got to say, I'm finding the game bit real slow because most of the time I'm sitting here waiting for you to be somewhere else completely different.
No, I know. And that's good because it allows the conversation to continue rather than being completely focused on the.
Well, I think today we've got this episode 3, we're doing way better.
Because I'm ignoring the game. Like, I'm not even playing the game. The game to me is like 3rd or 4th position to the conversation.
Yeah, but it was like the first 2 days tight, but we got really lost in it, but we didn't really, I think that the thing is we have got the topics and we're talking more normally. Like the first time it was very you can even hear it in the scripts, man. Like well, not the scripts because you don't hear it in the transcripts, but there's nothing in the transcripts much of that because they're all cut out.
You're slicing it out, that's right. Yeah.
But we were spending a lot of time describing what we were doing and wondering about it and things, but now it's a bit more normalised, a few words and then we're just going to move on and we're just playing the turns.
Yeah, that's it.
But I think 20 minutes a turn's a bit long. Literally the start of the game, the start of tonight, and 2 hours ago, I set a settler to be created in Washington.
And it still hasn't come out yet.
Yeah, it was 6 turns.
Yeah.
It's boring.
I am the spanner in the monkey works.
Yeah, you are. You're very boring. You need a vape so you can smoke inside.
Yeah, I need to get back on the vapes. That's true.
Try and wow, that was a big fire.
I'm getting such tasty fucking treats from the Chinese. My latest packet of drum, 50 grams. Yeah, cost me paid a little bit more than the traditional.
It's nice how the Chinese are like helping us all out.
Yeah, of course, man. They're my buddy. Red Dragon understands and loves little green dragon. Green and gold dragon, mate. It just loves us. Yeah.
Comes over here, helping us out, giving us the cheaper things. Shifting the dependence from something else to them. It's beautiful.
Yeah, that's it, man. Caring is sharing. Sharing is caring.
I want to get something up there. I
need more. I think I need more armies. That's what I'm doing. I need another settler. What is that? 7. I think it's just about you. I got some more special troopies coming down, so I'm going to generate another.
I need 1. How am I going to put that one there? I need 1. I reckon 2. Maybe I can fit 3 cities there on that. There's actually. I'm kind of using the. I want to put cities in strategic places on the coast that then lock off everything past it because I don't let anyone through my boundary, my kind of locking off territory. Then the primary thing we've got noted about the Prima Nocta from a riffing perspective is that Ultra Nocta is we haven't really been able to knock into that shit. So the idea there is really how the benefit, because if you're the one doing that welcome to the World Congress. Okay, here we go. What are we voting on? It costs 100% more.
District production. No, it's definitely a down.
Because it costs more.
Why is it giving me only the?
Well, no, double the production. What do I want to build in?
Why isn't it giving me a down vote?
No, towards. No, I want none. Entertainment areas, I guess, is what I need right now. Because that's,
I think we both go that. Entertainment. No buildings can be created in this district. Let's go holy site. Yeah, stop from there.
Units of the chosen promotion class.
Promotion class gets
I don't really care about this.
No, I do.
Oh, the units thing.
I want melee.
Yeah, I'm not really sure that the cavalry.
Actually, ranged is probably better, isn't it?
Units of the chosen promotion class. They don't. Well, they'd have to get a promotion though.
I'm going to go ranged.
Yeah.
Units of a chosen promotion class lose 5 combat strength. I'm going to say recon. There we go. Boop. Waiting for other proposals. Boop.
I wonder what happened there. The razzings. Oh my god, those barbarians keep coming in.
They're going mental at the moment.
Privateer, 3 sails.
Past. There we go. Boom.
Don't care for that. Great, I like my production. Plain great person. I don't really want an admiral. Lame. Settler produced. Back. That's all I can do, really. Population of 7 or greater. Well, I should let that get to 7 then, I guess.
Yeah, my main city is an 18.
Yeah, I'm impressed. I can't get anywhere near that.
My secondary cities are 15 right now.
I don't know. I'll just sit there for a moment. It's a bit wacky, but we'll do that. Move that up there if we need, just in case. Got to clean out these barbarians and razz the city. Sick of you.
Do us goodbye. Don't worry, I'm going to do that with a local one near me. Get all my troops organised into the positions.
I was going to put one there, wasn't I? Get those resources.
The tasties.
Green.
I think we both need to make, now that you've got your Boston down there, we both need to make a concerted effort on taking the South America.
Yeah, we do, but I mean, I've only got they're only like tiny little towns now, but I do want to. But also, I got a bit of a weakness. I've still got to clean out some barbarians up here that keep coming down, so I can not have to worry about them anymore. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and block off the Gulf of Alaska, I guess it is up here it's called. And that's 5 turns. Oh, actually, no, what stupid thing was this? Instantly creates a privateer with +1 promotion. Yeah, we'll do that. Looting. Gold from naval victories. I like that. Let's do that. Oh, I don't know. Done. People everywhere. The last thing I want is kind of basically I need to lock in a bit of coastline still up here to protect from some advanced culture over in Europe coming over and causing problems. Like once
settling in our to be acquired territories.
So I'm going to lock up that if I can. City under attack. Oh wow! They killed me completely up there. Just destroyed it. Okay, I've got that. Good. Time for some gunpowder.
What's in the fucking healing?
Yeah, it's still a bit light. I have walls. I need a monument. Get this going. So I have some spare troops up in the northern. Oh yeah, I'm going to come over and help you. Line infantry. Holy crap! We might get killed by barbarians, man.
No,
it seems unlikely.
I'm sending out more and more. Skirmishes are the way to go. So I'm going to keep punching them with skirmishes and send a
And then
horde
here,
up.
I'm going to get this guy active now too.
Where the look around here because there's stuff. It's not moving. I'm telling it to move, and it is not moving. So to get it moving, it's just sitting there doing nothing.
Right. Oh, my ship's up here somewhere now. No, it's frozen. So I can get a promotion. That's nice.
Yeah. Okay. Why isn't he healing? Like 4 turns and he hasn't healed. Oh fuck. Anyway, heal him again. See if he wants to do it.
I had some builders here. I don't think I used them 3 turns. It's kind of weird. Maybe I did.
Wow, the Amazon forests, South American forests are burning. Someone set them on fire. Burned the cocoa and they burned all this other stuff. Some crazy stuff going on down there. Who is this guy? This guy. Yeah, man, he's got heaps of troops. Getting all... Charleston, doesn't really need any of those things, to be honest. We'll give it a workshop at much as the gross rate. Oh, now I've got 2 man of arms. Where'd that happen? How did that happen? That's bizarre. All right, yeah, we're going to come over to your ways. Deal with these northerners. Yeah, Chappatek. Just going to put a city in there. Bugger them.
Oh, they ran away. Oh, you've built that. Yeah, cool.
Yep, plonked. Had to.
They're a bit far away. They've kind of all run away now. I can't quite get to them to kill them for you. Maybe.
I'm sending across troops. Slowly making their way across.
Gotta get back out here as a defensive measure, I guess, since I can't get to you. And I should probably... Everyone's just downstairs eating. I don't want to go down. If I go downstairs, I'll have to have all these fucking conversations. Oh, why don't you come down and talk about us? And it's a lot of crap, so... Oh, stink. I'll eat this while we're not talking about much.
In between the goes.
Oh, those little bastards. They keep moving around. You start getting there and...
Slowly getting there.
I move one.
Nice. Take a side. Special helping.
Have the resources to help. Helps. Block off these straits.
I think I need to send someone over and lock up those Galapagos.
That's it.
Got to settle. 5 turns away.
It'd be good to be in control of the southern bit as well.
Yeah. I think that's where a lot of our mines and that will all be down there because there's a lot of resource: silver, niter, copper, plenty of silver. Like there's heaps of silver, iron resources, honey. There's honey down there. Chocolate, cocoa, coffee.
I don't think I can reach that somehow. Not the honey, but
something to look into. There's definitely an area I haven't explored yet, which I'll get into once I start jumping into that jungly area. Yeah, I think getting down there and.
Oh, what happened, mate? Oh no, they're still there. They didn't get wiped out.
Okay, frigate. Let's go.
Yeah, I'll get slayed if I do that.
Let's take a frigate. civic engineering. Done. Okay, let's do some in the city. You've got all this shit going on. I think we need walls. Let's just go ahead and help out with the tech.
No. Oh, I haven't made it. Well, not made it. Made it doesn't mean much. I've got like last Saturday at Cheep, I couldn't quite manage it, and I smoked some marijuana. It's on my break. And yeah, the rest of the week I've been fine. There was a number of places that were would have been quite normal for me to be doing that. I was cruised through peacefully. I find with this is what I learned this through when I did the week without. So I observed, like I sort of documented my experience of removing every single thing, like even sugar and salt. I removed everything, and I did it 1 week. Sort of basically, I took 1 week for each one, and then as I reduced everything, and I found that these certain things had relationships to each other, like have connections. Like this might be just for me, of course, but marijuana and chocolate were very linked. Like one,
that whole dopamine thing. Yeah.
Well, one was the upper and one was the downer. But now that I've not done marijuana in a week now, just in that amount of time, my hot chocolate consumption has just plummeted. Like just fell apart. Like I just can't, because it actually just makes me too
energetic.
Yeah. Like without the marijuana to balance it.
To stabilise it.
Yeah. And
self-medication, it's a difficult thing.
it is. It's pretty hard. So
being your own doctor, mate. Daddy doctor knows best.
I found like a relationship also between, I thought to myself at the time, also I've got the alcohol and salt.
Hand in hand. It's the reason why they got peanuts on the bar. Extra thirsty.
It's a major defeat. Well, what we do with a major defeat is we fortify until healed. And so we're fortified.
Sensible option. You take sensible options, that's right.
Bring in some more people. Now, decisions. Well, fuck all resources over there. One food.
When them troops costing you something, they better be fighting.
Yeah, I've got...
That's the way you got to
good point.
They're costing you money. You better make them expendable.
Yeah. I'm going to move the shuttle or two, though. Up here in the wasteland, it's hard.
Slim pickings, they call it.
Oh, it is. I reckon no fresh water. Well, why would I be there? That's a bit silly, isn't it? There's no food. Snow.
That's right. These horses don't live on brackish water alone.
That's where we'll go. Not quite what I want. We'll do.
You ran away again. I'm not paying you to talk. I just want to hear that crunching noise.
That's it. Yeah, we're just going to crunch away. There, I'm done. One more to eat, and be over.
That's good.
Those barbarians and now down near Teo, South America, they keep running away.
Yeah, they're in fear. They know the might of the M. It's coming for them.
What?
I think they've got troubles of their own. Like the other city-states below, they've got heaps of troops going on. So I think they're dealing with them, sort of like our best friend, but not.
Okay, we got Philadelphia.
Well, in Civilization, the game, the barbarians are basically just the indigenous, aren't they?
Yeah.
Come on.
Boston's already negative too.
We call them barbarians, but they're basically indigenous.
Not
quite the colonization. That'd be another good game to play. Colonization. Like the Americas. You ever played that one? The one with where you were the Americas and you had to battle the the indigenous American tribes. Colonization, it was called.
Yeah, right. No, I don't recall playing that actually.
Yeah. So you were the Spanish, the English, and the Portuguese, you need to take over the Americas, and I remember that one. It's good.
27.
I made friends with most of them. Like I didn't take their territory. I just expanded into there and went, oh look here, have some beads and have some blankets and everything's okay. We're just going to plonk here.
This is going to suck. We'll do it. We'll have to fortify.
Waiting on me. I heard the ding ding. There you go.
Yeah, I've got pretty limited
movement. Ultra prima nocta. I know I keep coming back to that topic, but it's something.
Okay. So the point about so if we want to connect into that topic is that is like the benefits of it, like because it's always seen as you always get the sort of the angle of prima nocta from the person who had it done to them.
True.
And so it's always like there was this imposition of the lord of the area, and they'd come in the first night, and and they'd take your woman's virginity or whatever.
It was the king's right. It was the king's right. Okay, it was in the war. The king's right.
And that was expressed through local lords, etc. Essentially. So
I'm just scrolling back through our chat because there was a certain information thing that I sent you about the whole prima nocta thing, which was
the main thing about prima nocta is the ultra is that we're not really is that. What's the purpose of that? Like as opposed to the negative side, which is around, from the person's experience of it happening to them and their partner. From the Lord's perspective, I mean, besides just a pure dominance,
it was challenged. There was opportunity for challenge to the position of Lord because there sort of was because you had your kids with your own duchess or duchy or whatever you want to call it, the female counterpart to the Lord. You had your kids with her, but if they all died, then you had succeeders. You had opportunity for succession, and the transfer of your inherited property.
This is interesting. Oh, so yeah, there's actually no known codified rules or enforced systems. Some historians suggest that it's a myth. I don't think it's a myth, surely.
Well, it was, I think the myth part of it was the whole scare tactic generation. You know what I mean? Like do as you're supposed to do, otherwise we come in prima noctia.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. So it's like an assertion of dominance.
Yeah,
it's
pretty
like,
much.
oh, you think you're a man? Well, yeah, you're going to be submissive. You're going to submit to me. You know, and I think that makes sense on a level, like that you'd want them to submit, and so that they knew that they weren't stronger than you, or you'd always look over at their wife and be like, yeah, I know what to get to one, you know. But I think that the advantage of prima nocta, besides just that expression of dominance over your populace, is that if you were successful with that, then like you're saying, like you're starting to make the population you.
Yeah.
You know, you'd be like ensuring like that the breeding, like that what was bred, the things that were bred and created, you could be like, you know, and that you didn't have to then, you kind of didn't have to support it. It would be like a free child, you know, like you could just make your serfs produce them. I think the serfs would have produced them, they would have been keen to produce themselves too. I don't think they would have been that resistant to breeding. It seems unlikely that they would have. Oh, it's so tough out here. I don't know if I'm smart moving out there. There's all this stuff up here I can't really collect.
My armies are starting to head north. My southern battles have been successful, so Teo is secured. Yeah.
Do you want to do anything? How do you want to deal with South America?
My footprint in the southern continent is definitely secured now.
How do you want to deal with the southern continent then? Do you want to?
You take the west side. I'll take the east side.
Done.
That sounds pretty fair, doesn't it? Like we've sort of done that in the Americas. You've taken the east. I've taken the west.
Yeah.
So yeah, we do the same in South America, mate. You take the east, I take the. Well, I mean, I know I'm getting the better cut out of this deal because there's a lot more silver along that eastern coast than there is.
Oh, yeah, there's a bunch of stuff there, right?
But there's a lot more other tastier resources like the honey and the coffee, and there's plenty of coffee on the other side, and there's double honey resource there too. So yeah, we need to get some more troops and more. I noticed my will be religion is spreading fairly effectively.
Oh yes.
Yeah, everyone seems to like it.
Yeah, I haven't done anything with religion at the moment.
No, it just seems to be automatically spreading for me.
Yeah, well, New Orleans is in the. Oh no, that's not actually. That's a Parthenon. That's a god of the sea.
And you've been. Is Buddhism yours?
Yeah, I think so. I don't recall. Actually, maybe it is.
I don't
think I've actually got a religion. I don't recall having a religion.
St. Louis has got his will be. So has Boston.
Oh no, Buddhism was founded by America. Yeah,
there you go.
Really? I suppose Boston would be down with you guys. Have you finished your turn?
Hang on, I'm looking. Why is it on that?
So I got 4 turns, 1 turn. 5, 3.
Let's close it. There we go. Sorry, I'm just double checking. I've got nothing else that needs to move. Why are you just sitting there, you fucking moron, not moving? There we go. Now it's moving. And sometimes troops they get dumb.
Do. Hey? Yeah, they'll just get stuck.
You got it. Well, they just stop.
Yeah, they do. Hey, yeah.
You're telling them to go somewhere, and they just they're acting like
something must. Yes, they're definitely acting unable.
Definitely acting unable, bro. And it's just like. Just kill. Come on, just fucking get up there and smash that fucking town.
Hectic. Other things I've noticed this week, like besides it's like chocolate's really dropped. I mean, even tonight with the alcohol, like it's so interesting. Like I'm trying, I am drinking, but it's like it's much slower. It's like but
well, it's consumption versus conversation.
I can sit here and drink a bottle of wine or whatever with you. I don't think that's a real. I think more is like I just I don't know, but yeah, I've also become a lot more. Oh my god, they're just laying waste. All right. Yep, this one got stuck. We're going out into the water. Thank you very much. Man at arms can. Nope. They're running away. Usual. Do that. Oh no, the horses got slayed. That did not work. But yeah, I've things that I've noticed, and that was like a lot of I'm a lot more jittery. I'll be like shaking my leg, and like it's sort of like that unused energy in my body that would just be nicely suppressed by being stoned. So yeah, I'm a bit
the mellowing factor.
Yeah, really, straight up, man. Like I want that. I've been waiting for that. Here we go. It's been good. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's like. So yeah, marijuana, but yeah, last night was fine. Thursday was fine with client things, like someone who does, I hang out with smoke spit, and last week was I came home, I was pretty wilded up, but also I just think that the 7 turns for Baltimore.
Promotion.
Oh, repair altered defensive.
Yeah.
So yeah, last week was hard. This week's been. I was a little concerned about this evening. I was like, am I going to really trip out, and am I going to need to get something? Or
no, you've been pretty good. Yeah. I've only heard you yawn like a couple of times.
Yeah, well, besides just being tired too, but like, I don't mean that as much as where my brain's just like, all I can think of is getting stoned, something like that, where it's like, but this is it. And particularly because it's a habit, like it's something we do, I'd maybe do on this night. And so to be not that, and be cool with that, it's like last week was hard, this week's fine. I wondered, but it's been cool. And I think that's nice. It's like, this settler. But yeah, I've been to the gym 5 times this week. I'm going to go tomorrow morning too, actually.
That's progression.
Yeah, in the beginning of the year, I tried and I couldn't. I was just too weak, really, and it just made me too exhausted and I needed too much energy to do it. Finally got that dude dead. And, oh my God, what's this? A field cannon. Defending against ranged attacks, combat melee and ranged units, yes. Oh, who messaged me just then? This dude's basically dead. My troop is. I'm going to get the hell out of there because I've got no energy left for that one. What's that? Oh, it's barbarians. Get back on the coast before I get killed. Oof. Washington. Can't build a thing. It's kind of weird.
Cool. Bank. Get that money up.
Ranged, 2025. New Orleans, -2. Well, looks like we need a... Yay, an industrial... Oh, you can't.
Yerevan.
So does Washington need to surrender that one?
Oh, okay, it's already 3.
Isn't there a way you can surrender a...
Cardiff. Yep, that'll do. Dong.
I'm just stuck. I can't...
Double check and make sure these stupid troops are moving. Nope. Okay.
Arian, Cleopatra.
There's some scores going. Getting up there. 511. Man, there's a whole
there's
stack
that one
of...
down
I don't
here.
know what the heck's going on. Someone's razzing my resources on Technicillion. Find out what the hell's going on there. I'm going to start...
Maybe it's a coastal raider, like just setting, like burning and shit.
No, it's inland.
Oh.
So there's either spies coming in and they're just sabotaging, sending spies in to sabotage. It could be La Venta, because I sent a spy in trying to turn the city. Maybe that's a little revenge thing. They just sent stuff back to try and sabotage the growth.
I think I need a...
So we pretty much covered the topics tonight.
Oh, no, man.
The only thing we
talked about 2
haven't
things,
covered...
barely. We didn't really... Prima Nocta was a bit of a fail. I don't think we really did it. Because we've got to be funny. We've got to get into it and like actually like...
We've got to get into it, yeah.
And we haven't. We just haven't. It's like, oh, what is it? Oh, it's a thing. I did it.
What are we up to? 3 hours. So should we do a bit of...
Is it? Oh, it is.
Oh, yeah.
Let's just play games, man.
So,
it seems like I think tonight we're just if we're playing, let's just play.
We've just been gaming. Yeah.
Gaming and talking. I mean, it's been a bit of a fail cheap, but...
I mean, we did cover a little bit on the if you're not human, you're not passing the blame.
Oh, no, we didn't do that. We did the AI.
Yeah, we definitely covered the AI.
We did the AI.
Evil intelligence, yep.
Evil intelligence. We did like the other ones in the beginning too. Like we did like, we could do mothers, other parents. We could probably get into that. But I think I don't know. I think both of us seem a bit, not down or anything, just
relaxed.
Relaxed. Just
relaxed and
relaxed, you know, just having a chill. Not busting through every single top, like just exploding all the things.
We don't have to, man. We don't have to blast through the topics. We can just enjoy the game.
Your trade routes with allies or city vassal states, view policies, money. Oh, that's what I want.
Cash, good old cash.
Your +1 gold from each of your envoys. Your trade routes to allies or city state provide 2 food and 2 production. Well, actually, that's a defensive building's not really doing that.
What we could talk about is MS shuts down account.
That was pretty trippy.
Localize or die. Non-reliance on the big providers.
Yeah, it was an interesting move. Like so from what I understand is that like Trump signs, it's the most bizarre executive order that attacks one person. It's email account. Like it's such a targeted weird thing.
Yeah.
Really.
Which sort of took me back. I was just like, what? Like I get a group being targeted, but an individual?
Yeah, exactly. One individual, because the individual was like saying they're charging Israelis with war crimes and stuff. So he didn't like that. He was like, whatever. So that was the angle.
Stop attacking daddy.
Stop attacking daddy. And they didn't. Anyway. Yeah. The Microsoft blocked the one person's account, and that's caused the whole of Europe to go, well, we need our own mail servers.
Yeah.
Someone signs a thing, they lock down one person's account. The entire of Europe says we're ditching Microsoft and going to Proton, and we're going to accelerate our shit. You know, it's just like, wow.
That's a huge reaction from a very small.
Yeah, it's a huge reaction of that.
Very small attack. I guess it gets you to think about, if it could happen to one, it could happen to anybody.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what that was the thing. We were all at risk. We could lose. And you think about it, like if you suddenly lost access to Microsoft 365, like as a, that could destroy your company.
Platform. Yeah. Unless you had other things in place, like the freeware stuff, like OpenOffice and other systems.
Yeah, but you'd have to have them all implemented, and you can't just by the time you got like OpenOffice rolled out and something in the future, like if you suddenly were lost, you could be.
And obviously training on how to adapt between differences between. Yeah,
you wouldn't have time. Like once if you're shut out,
you'd already have to have those systems in place as the alternative to switch to immediately.
I'm doing it.
I don't know, but it helps that whole localization effect, doesn't it?
It really does.
Best to be localized and rely on the big providers.
Well, it's a distributed world, man. That's what we're doing.
Well, it's always handy to have cards up the sleeve. When you're playing poker, if you want to win, it helps to have those cards tucked up the sleeve.
Yeah,
when you need
them. Yeah. I just
From the whole poker point of view,
and
it's all well and good to have the poker face, but you need to have them cards well tucked in the sleeve.
And
just
I think
in case
like
someone pulls an ace on you. Yeah.
yeah, and I think like if I bet it's gonna get right, these guys. Let's go. Yeah, I'm gonna take this a little more.
Got to say, I'm really enjoying the fact that we're cheaping and gaming simultaneously.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't know. I sort of am a little bit, but
You find it distracting, or?
well, I guess I just have to assess. Like, I guess tonight has been pretty average, but we have talked about some things that have been. We talked about an hour out of 3. Yeah, mellow.
Been pretty mellow.
Yeah, maybe mellow's okay sometimes.
Don't always have to be on the attack.
Yeah, but we really have.
You got to give.
No, the thing is
it's
this.
like a peace treaty. It's like a peace treaty side. You got to give yourself time to build up, and I think tonight's episode's been a bit like a peace treaty. It's an opportunity for us to gain our resources.
Yeah, no, that's reasonable. That's reasonable. We don't. Yeah, I think that what I've noticed is that so we got the topics. It was just like that last one. It was like the one where whatever we were attempting to talk about. Like, it didn't work. We just come there. Oh, MS MS shuts down. Like, if we were riffing and we maintained like a consistency, we would have had no problems to absolutely demolish the whole MS thing on so many. And I think you can tell like how much have we laughed tonight.
Not a great deal.
No, not a great deal.
No.
So it is a bit of a. It's like that. Like I said to you about when you said, you started watching Solid Leveling, and
I love it, mate. I love it.
And but in the first bit, you're like, this is really high energy because like the first couple of episodes, like really heavy shit happens.
Super violent. Yeah, it's
but then
super violent.
You'll have a whole episode where he's just like, thinking about something and going for a run,
Building up the yeah.
And that's that kind of thing. It's like you can't have like it's so it's like a build and boom. Like some things like have a bit of a sort of an average consistency. Like if you look at something like, I don't know, like My Dress Up Darling. Like My Dress Up Darling would be, it kind of continues along. Like you just basically the story keeps rolling. There's always something happening, but some things aren't like that. Like where and so you have like this, you have sort of these build and then boom. It's like where the characters can then act on the stuff. And maybe that's tonight. Like I think if you looked across like the pattern of Real Talk is Cheap, there'd probably be a bit of a pattern to that too. Like where we
the way that we deliver versus the way we're analysing, because there's an analytical mode where we're just processing, and then once we've got enough ammunition stored, we can then deliver. Yeah.
The
How's it going that way?
Over here. All right, so Louis, you got a builder? What are we going to build? Oh yeah, right, that's cool. They're done. So I need to get this guy in this. These cheeky. Huh? Oh, archers. I think we'll leave that. Oh, what? Archers, crossbowmen. No, I want to just defend. Oh, they are defended. Why am I? What? Oh, bred in circuses. I've got to let this build to the next level. I need an arena. I'm trying to get these fucking cities like from flipping out all the time. Yeah, I'm managing myself into so much unhappiness in this, like all of everyone unhappy. I've sort of like, it's really slowed down my ability to
produce.
Yeah, it's wild. The harbour would be pretty useful right now. Where's that for? St. Louis Monument. There we go. And these guys, who's the weakest? Ooh, that didn't really hurt them very much.
Territories.
How's my ship going up here somewhere? Oh, it needed orders. There we go.
Take that. Story taken.
What's happening over here?
Taken. It's good. That's expanded. Got that. Takes a can grab that. No, it's too far away. Grab that. No, too far away. It's good. It's good. That's taken.
I'm so impressed with uplifting. It's not quite. That's actually it's a funny word to use, but I mean I think the social uplifting and the platform on a platforming level that people with disability have got. That they're actually, and this isn't my personal opinion.
Well,
it's just like they become people.
Being unabled gives them a position to be abled.
Yeah.
So when someone's unabled, they can own it. Yeah, the ability to own unabledness.
It's cool.
Well, it's like Dan. Remember Bloodbath, right? He'd cruise around. If he saw someone else unabled, he'd go, "How you going, fucking retard?" Or "How you going, spastic?" You know what I mean? Like he would throw it out there, and they'd just go, "Hey, yeah, good to see you, you spaz." You know what I mean? They could own it together.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No, he would do that quite often. He'd go, "Oh, how you going, you disabled cunt?" Because he was disabled.
I've seen Tina. I don't know if you. I follow this American comedian Tina Barini. Something like that.
I follow Ricky. Ricky the Berwick.
Yeah.
He's the legend.
Yeah,
he's the man, the legend. Yeah.
But that is so like, it's like, it's so cool that he can be funny too. It's actually so cool that people can accept that he is funny.
He is. He's damn funny, mate.
Damn funny. And it's
Hella
not like
funny.
hella funny. And
because he's owning it.
He is owning it. Yeah, and he's not like trying to seeing him crawl across the floor and shit. You know what I mean? Like he really puts it on, man. It's fucking grand.
I see the struggle. Man. I'm like, man, you're owning that shit.
Yeah,
sure.
And I think that's what I mean by this. I don't mean, I mean that they can really, they're really owning it. But the reception is owning it, as really receiving it. It's like, it's not a, people love it. Like and I think that's, like that's amazing. Like
it's part of getting past it.
Like
the stigma.
Past it.
Getting past the stigma. Yeah, bro. Yeah, I'm hearing you.
I just see what I'm building here. Where's the thing I want to build?
And it allows others to be able to appreciate it. Look, if I'd never met Bloodbath and seen the way that he reacts to others in a similar condition, like I would have thought it was an insult. But when I saw it from that perspective, it's not an insult. It's a you know, self-empowering.
Yeah, it is.
In effect, yeah, because then it takes away the, you know, the whole factor when they, you know, they see someone and it's like, oh, what do I do?
Yeah.
When they can use that facility or that mechanism to bring comedy to the scenario, it takes away the fear or the ick factor.
Yep, that's a good description.
The ew. What do I say? I've got to be nice. Poor person's disabled. I've got to treat them like they're, you know, with cotton wool, or, you know, as if they're something, you know, that I've got to be on my best behaviour around. No, they're fucking human beings just like we are, and they can understand where they're at because they're the ones dealing with it.
Yeah, they are.
So if they can see comedy and dealing with it themselves, then fucking lighten up.
Yeah, well said.
That's why I like watching, you know, them having fun. And that's all it is, they're having fun.
Yeah.
You know, people out there going, oh, but you've got to be this and you've got to be that. No, you just got to be human.
Yeah. And I think that's really nice because that exposure, that experience, like being human, it's like, look at my human condition. You know, you think about like, what was that? It was not Bill Burr, what was Bill Hicks, you know? And his comedy was often around him being like a recovering drug addict or being a drug addict or, you know, being a piece of shit.
Life through different eyes.
Yeah, life through different eyes. Being a piece of shit, you know? And so like that's the thing, like, you know, and that is the nature of comedy. It's like in that way. So look at me in this, like that I'm, you know, I can't, whatever, and
there ain't no perfect unit here.
No.
I'm just as fucked up as you are. Exactly, man.
And
I might not have the physical disability, but I'm just as fucked up in the head as you are. So we can share that as a common fucking experience.
Surely we can.
Yeah, surely we can.
Yeah, I like it. I really like it, and you know,
it enables the unenabled.
Yeah,
that's what it does.
Yeah. And it does enable them, and they could just be in a general society.
Like they could be total miserable cunts about the whole thing, you know. And go, pity me. Well, they don't want pity. They just want to be treated normally. Yeah, they don't need your pity. They just need you to treat them normally.
Yeah, and when I say some do want you to treat them with pity, I don't say that as like a disabled thing, you know, an unable thing. You can meet somebody who's...
Everyone wants pity. You know, pity means you get the gimme dats. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know.
You get the total gimme dats when you get the pity.
It's not a feature of being disabled.
When Bloodbath would do the flip out of the chair, you know, he'd lean backwards so far that he'd flip out of the chair. Everyone would rush in to help.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
No, I learned a lot from Bloodbath.
Same, mate. Yeah.
Damn straight, man. He was a inspiration.
I wonder if like he would have. I don't know. It wasn't really his nature. Like I always wanted him to like, but maybe it was still pretty edge. But maybe he would have like joined. Like when I used to say to him things like, "Man, you're so into video games. Why don't you like contact a company and like get involved with like user interface, you know, and for disabled people and stuff like that."
I was on him about that all the time.
But it was very much the edge of that. It's not like no one was doing that, but now, you know, his experience as a gamer and stuff would have been, you know, that could be more validated. Invaluable to some of those people. You know, maybe he would have like started
creating better interface.
I mean, something, and maybe that was like more me because I'm a technical person, so I imposed that on him because it was more like what I would think I would do, you know. But if I think more what like he would do now, I'd be like, bro, you need to start a YouTube.
If he was still
anime
with us,
YouTube.
I can guarantee he would be wanting to get involved with the Cheepings.
Oh, he'd be totally in the Cheepings.
He would have said some shit, man, that even would have put us in the dust. All right, I can tell you right now, he'd be dropping fucking crap that would have put us in the dust. All right.
Hell yes.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. He was already capable of that then, man.
Yeah.
I could see him doing like a YouTube-y thing like about anime.
Oh yeah,
like
totally,
being like
man.
sort of getting into.
Because that was his thing. He was
totally his thing. Like he would be.
He would have been crunchy roll, fishy, and because he would have watched it all. He would have watched it all. He would be sweating on the new releases.
Yeah.
Because that's what he did.
And I reckon he'd have a real channel of that too. Like if he, you know, talking about the things and reviewing stuff and, you know, and getting, because it would be something that would be really able for him to do. It wasn't like having to go anywhere. He'd just be having the camera just sitting there, you know, and just being able to do that in his space, in his own space. And, you know, he would have felt like comfortable with that. And I think like in that way too, like being comfortable in that way as he would have been. And not having to type basically. Yeah. Like super minimal typing where he's mostly talking. It's just some clicks, you know, you or I would have helped him set it up, you know, so that like, and done that sort of back end technical for him. So he didn't have to fucking spend, you know, 3 weeks struggling, and then it's just to press the go button. You know, he'd have had his, you know, like on his computer or his phone or whatever he would have chosen at the time, and away he'd gone. Like I think that would have been a real, I could see that, and just the depth of his knowledge around anime, you know, would have been, Like I want to say he would have been a Gigguk, but I mean that's a little bit different. He's not like Gigguk sort of usually uses sexualization and like other really lame tropes. I'm not a big fan of Gigguk. I met him. He was all right, but it was very much a. He was very much into Gigguk's a bit. He kind of uses a bit being a bit over, something like that. So it's just I don't mean Gigguk in that way, but I mean I think that he could have like developed a following and been sort of like a bit of a knowledgeable person across anime. And he was pretty broad with anime too. I mean I don't know if I've never saw him watch Sailor Moon, but maybe he did. But I don't know. Like I don't, you know, it's not like
I think he was into most things that were entertaining, and you know, Bloodbath. He was into the gore. I mean, he would have loved what I'm watching right now with the solo leveling.
He would have been telling us about solo leveling.
Yeah. Fucking oath, man. He would have gone, oh, you see this bit here, and when he sliced the head off and it went flying, it's like, love it.
Yeah. No, I could see that. I don't really, it would have been...
Because decapitation is definitely a feature in the solo leveling.
I'm really looking forward to season 3. Season 2 is, it's nice that you've started now. Like season 1 there's nothing wrong with season 1, it's really good.
No.
And he's like, you know, he's starting off with no skill, you know, and getting to a point where in season 2 he's like, he's just, he's kind of been recognized. No one really knows no one knows what he can do, but it's a bit recognized. So he's kind of playing in a slightly bigger field, you know, and he's impacting other things. And a lot of season 2 is all about, you remember that, like, which isn't spoiling anything. It's season 2 is a lot about, you know, the beginning of season 1 where there's this island, like right at the beginning, like first episode, basically, kind of thing. They kind of introduce you to the concept of what's happening in the world by taking you to this island, and there's a raid on an island and it doesn't go so well, and so a lot of season 2 is about re-raiding that island, and it's like, and it was tough for everybody, so it's just, and he doesn't even go.
It's like gamers grind.
Yeah,
like when you're grinding and doing the, you know, I don't want to continue on to the next level because I need to get the grind to get the level to be able to attack the next enemy. You know. Well, I finally got rid of that cannon.
Oh, did you?
Cannon's gone. Yeah, man, what a pain. I lost my horseman over it, but hey.
Yeah, I lost my horseman.
Pawns in the wars, mate.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm just money. Best to not, you know, send it to that.